put it on up on YouTube.
Hello, Internet!
Hello!
Unfortunately for
Hi.
you. And,
It's Mario theme tunes from all the different games in the Italian disco style from the 70s. And it works. It works so well.
Right. So, where last we left off, the party was heading from Bramley's hometown of Dragonbush down towards Woodman. Rather than taking the main road, you decided to expedite the travel by passing through the path between the mountains and the forests there, and knowing that it was a bit more dangerous but a lot quicker, and it would avoid Highgate, which Miguel, for his own personal reasons, is eager to avoid.
This episode should be called Between a Rock and a Horrid Place.
Yeah, that's true. Let me retitle the stream real quick. That's what it's going to be called when I actually fight you with a rock as an ROC giant bird.
Goddamn rocks.
Funnily enough, I did actually have a thing once where the party was dealing with a necromancer, which they found out after a migration of rocks were killed and fell from the sky. So it was literally a rock's fall. Everyone dies. That was a lot of fun for me. Less so for the players.
So what are we getting attacked by again?
A giant lizard-like creature, which is it's a 3x3 space.
I remember seeing a picture of it and it was blue. But
It's not. This one is black with red and blue streaks between scales. Huge. Yeah. So it's a 3x3 square. If you just want to put a square on behind.
No, close enough.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
3x3.
Behind. Now it'll be towards me in a line because it blasted the party in a line. Just like.
Yeah.
Wherever the party is in a line.
Yeah.
Pop the party in the line where it blasted you.
Oh, like this.
Is it behind the party?
Yeah, it came up. It snuck up behind the party.
In that case, why don't we move the party?
Yeah,
up,
well, I
and
don't
then
know. I didn't place them. That was your job.
You attack with disadvantage. you mimic them.
So yeah, just put it straight behind the party. Yeah, there. And then just a 3x3 square.
Kaboom.
It is very big. It is huge.
It is a big ball.
That's as big as the tree sap monster that we fought.
It is, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was a 3x3.
Uh-huh.
Pricepedia was 4x4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could have used a badge.
You could have used your
You might as well use a badge. It'd be easier for that.
That's true.
So,
There you go.
let's roll some initiative.
Now it's more scary.
It's more.
It's got Mike's face on it.
Which dice do I want to ready you with today?
None. They're nice dice.
It begins. It begins.
Time for the hint mint.
You better get some dice out.
You know what's funny, right? On Reddit there's this thing called Unearthed Arcana, and it basically just gives random stuff. I've started getting notifications in work. So I'm randomly just typing away. I'm like, bing, do you know what you know about mages? I'm like, good.
I get ready notifications all the time.
Right.
Oh! It's cold.
Right.
The heater is on.
I know.
It'll warm up.
I'll roll for Brimley.
Emperor's doing a job.
Oh, nice. Unfortunately, Brimley's going very first.
Oh dear.
That's
Indeed.
definitely on it.
How'd you load notepad?
You know what? People in work actually thought my last name was De Beard.
The beard.
That's because it is.
Chris the beard.
And I'm like, go with that. I don't care. You'll never find me on social media.
Like,
Oh,
damn.
egg.
Good.
Sure is.
Miniature egg.
Chucked nice. Holy shit, okay.
Yeah. Well, Lyle and Bramley are going top of the order.
Have we rolled initiative?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've just said roll initiative.
That's why you're strong then.
No, I said roll initiative.
Yeah, we had the first round. Yeah.
I'm going with the last.
No, you're
Nice.
What's your...
Right, who got 20 plus? Who got 15 to 20? Okay.
Shit.
So I'm taking all the first goes. No, Becca's got Becca's got a Lyle cheat sheet. for combat purposes only.
Nice.
Who got 15 to 10?
14.
Very nice.
Had to be one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was no one else.
Who's got the lowest? Raise your hand.
We'll find out in a sec.
Okay, who got 10 to 5?
5.
9.
8.
Oh.
I got a natural one.
Yay!
What's your initiative?
+4.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, now you won.
At least it wasn't a wisdom check.
That's true.
You'd be on -2.
I will.
Your brain would implode.
Nice.
This guy's aneurysm freaking out.
Alright, so first up is Lyle.
Oh boy, that's me.
It sure is. Danger.
With your 4 hit points.
Oh, hello, new person in chat.
Hello, new person in chat.
I'm just about to kill the party.
What is your name?
They're called Fortro 1.
not dwarf, is it?
401.
Oh, that's okay. You don't have to understand us, I'm just gonna kill them.
And we're going to try and not die.
They don't understand us, did you say?
Yeah, they said hola when they came in, so
Hola.
Hola.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that.
I didn't know if it was because they didn't speak English or they didn't understand their accents.
That's also a
Probably
possibility.
Yeah.
Most likely both. So.
Quite possibly. But we are an English only chat, so apologies for that. If it's not your cup of tea. From Mexico? Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Nice.
Hell yeah. We've got international viewers.
Never thought that happened.
Internationally infamous.
Yeah. Righto, Lyle, you're up first. What are you going to do? You've got 7 hit points. No, 4 hit points.
Hello, I'm Lyle. I will turn to face the man and
The
shoot
man?
him with an arrow.
Okay.
I know how to nail.
I've written down all the things that Lyle does.
Do I roll
Shoot.
a d20?
Disengage. Dagger.
Yep.
There you
And
go.
I've even separated them into actions and bonus actions.
Nice.
That's
That's
actually
a
a really good
16.
cheat sheet, isn't it?
Yeah? Was that, 16 to hit?
Nice.
Yes.
That will not hit,
That's a
unfortunately.
shame.
What?
16 doesn't hit.
Oh my god. Hang on, didn't he have a mega bow or something? Is that
Yeah,
with the mega bow?
that's
That's with the
included
mega
in the put to hit
Oh
bonus.
my goodness.
Wow.
I will then take range and head in the opposite direction.
Okay, Lyle moves.
There.
Before she goes, Lyle could always throw a dagger.
Oh, can she get more moves?
She has-
Go on before she
Yeah,
moves.
she's got a
bonus
bonus
dagger.
action dagger.
Oh, go on, she'll
Go
throw
on,
a dagger
triple
at it.
dagger.
Yeah, so.
Plus 10.
Same again.
Oh,
Plus 10 is 22.
22 does hit.
Nice.
D4 of damage.
Indeed.
In the eye.
That's a 2.
Nice. It's something.
It's a start.
You've angered
First
it.
one.
And I'm taking range. I don't know whether to move, so I've got a better shot because everyone's a bit in the way there.
Well, yeah, you
But
started
where's the
there.
tree line, or are we out in a field?
Yeah, the tree line is on Becca's side of the table, and the mountains is on the other side, but they kind of overlap to the point where there's like trees growing on the mountains. It's rocky terrain within the tree line.
Right.
It's where they push up the 2 different biomes.
Well, I would like
essentially.
Lyle to take
Push
range as she does, but also to
Yeah.
have a clear shot. So
She's got 30 feet of movement.
put her
so
maybe
you can-
there, so she can
Yeah.
still have a clear shot there.
Yeah, if that's within 30 feet, go
Yeah,
for
right,
it.
go on, that'll do.
1, 2, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
Yeah.
more than enough.
Yeah,
What are we
sound.
playing?
More
We are
than enough.
playing D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
We roll dice and make up stories.
Exactly. Right.
Bam.
It's D&D.
I'm practically home for it.
Right. So that brings us to Bramley, who is unfortunately unconscious. So she will be rolling at her first death saving throw. I think ever.
Wow.
Is this actually a first
I
ever?
think so, yes, because I'm very good at killing gnomes.
You are extremely good. There's 2 down at the moment.
Okay, so Bramley, as she lays on the ground unconscious, she has a memory of when she was young, sitting by the creek alone, just with just watching the fish go by, and she remembers Bartlett coming up to sit beside her.
Young love.
A good memory. She passed her death save.
Nice.
Hey.
That will bring us to the guy ever, which is what
That's what he's called.
yeah, that's what I wrote on the thing. The guy ever.
Yeah.
Right.
He gets bored and walks off.
Best encounter ever.
It's going to be a happy memory.
Walks off.
Holding hands with Bartlett.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a great bad memory if I go now.
Oh,
I
God.
just think so. I've only got some thought.
Right. So,
You lose your arms.
let's see. He is going to let's get up in Mira's face. Why not? Why not?
Oh no, Mira. Do a home run into the field.
Right. Okay. So it is going to attempt to.
No, it's not.
It sure is.
Gonna run away.
It's going to attempt to first constrict Mira.
Oh no.
As it skitters forward and attempts to curl its long serpentine body around you.
Hang on.
That is a.
Pass my box here, please.
No, you can't have it.
Ankle.
That is a 27 to hit.
Oh.
So you take. Where's my dice? These will do. You
What's my
take.
full damage?
Fucking hell.
Oh, don't say things like that.
Could be good or bad.
It's not a bad thing.
We're gonna die.
So you take a total of 24 points of
Yep.
slashing damage
Oh boy.
Ouch.
as it curls up around you, and you are now grappled, and it makes its second attack against you.
Will be advantage.
I don't think so with grapple. It just grapple
No, that'll
just
be like the other one.
restrained.
Yeah.
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 Grapple just means that you can't move. So it's like it's curled around you, and now it's going to bite you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
got a nice
yeah.
easy target.
Like the film Anaconda.
Yeah, pretty much. But just with more leg. This one's a 25 to hit,
Yeah.
and you take a total
I
of.
would like Oreo.
I'm gonna have
Are you? You're not raging yet, are you? Because it's not been your turn.
Right.
Right. You
Right,
take.
get you later.
You take a total of 24 points of piercing damage as you see this giant snake-like thing skitter around Mira and just coil around her, and you kind of like get stuck and your glaive's like pressed up against you, and it just kind of like bites down across like your exposed arm and shoulder and like rips into your flesh.
Oh, come on.
It's your boy Skinny Peen. Why is there a person called It's Your Boy Skinny Peen asking about Miggle?
It's your boy, Skinny Peen. Why are you
Star Wars alter count.
Miggle?
It's horizontal.
Yeah.
My
Greg's
Miggle's
also
doing well.
That's a heavy
Who
damage.
is
Miggle's
the
the real
Skinny
Skinny
Peen?
Peen. Miggle?
Hello.
4 pounds.
No, he's the Skinny Peen.
Miggle has a Skinny Peen. It's crazy.
Right, okay. What?
Doing
Fine. Wait a second. Oh, okay. So as it bites down on Mira,
Oh, there's more stuff.
apparently so I didn't scroll down.
What?
And I saw that
You have to scroll
the
down?
behavior makes one bite attack against medium or small creatures that it is grappling.
Yep.
Which
Who's
it did.
Kins? Is that one of your
So
pals?
don't worry, you can take off the 24
Okay.
points because you're now swallowed.
What?
As Mira
Have
just
you
goes,
been
"Oh."
munched?
Mira's been blicked.
Mira's been bored.
Yeah,
It will-
she
it
sure
will-
has.
So it,
Who's
money for
Kins?
that,
Is that your
You are
pal?
now
Yeah.
blinded and restrained.
Yeah.
This is now a Vor stream.
And
Oh boy.
it
when we
is
get to your
Anaconda.
turn, we'll continue with that.
Okay.
Who
Don't
is
worry,
this?
she's all the way down there.
Is this one of your friends, is it?
Which one?
Kins? They said it's Kins' alt account.
Oh, is it Kins' alt? I love Kins. Kins
I
is
like
lovely.
Kins.
That does make sense that it's Kin's assault.
Okay. The mighty Miggle is unfortunately currently dead.
You're not dead, you're unconscious.
That's so funny that Kin's forgot that was his alt. You better follow us with your alt.
Skinny penis.
That's so funny. Right, okay, so yeah, you see this giant black snake coil around Mira and just clamp down, and as it pulls back, there's nothing in its coil. Mira's fucking gone, y'all.
Well, shit.
Dimension door. Dimension door.
Just without
It's
context,
okay.
that's just Matt saying Mira.
That brings us to Bar after
Cool.
the guy ever.
I turn round. I see Mira go.
Is that the end of its turn?
That is the end of its turn.
I go. Oh fuck.
Okay.
I'm going to activate my stone rune.
Okay. What does that?
So, any creatures ending their turn within 30 feet, and it
Sure
is,
is.
it absolutely is, has to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, fun.
If it fails, the creature is charmed for 1 minute with a speed of 0 and it is incapacitated. And the creature has can make a wisdom save each turn after.
Sounds.
So it is 14, I
It
believe,
rolled
to
a
be.
natural 17.
Ah!
I'm sorry. That would have been great because Mira would have just been turned into soup. Right.
Mira Gazpacho.
So yeah. No, it's very hot inside there, unfortunately.
Damn.
But it's your turn.
Cool. I see that. I go fuck. Run over. To,
Nice. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. It's your boy Skinny Pea has followed us.
Hey! We're being followed by a skinny peen.
I run over to Becca and use Spare the Dying.
Who's Rebecca?
Who you following?
Rebecca's in the world.
Do you mean
Do you
Miggle?
mean Miggle?
Yes, well. And
Mingle.
cast Spare the Dying, mean that you are now stabilised.
Hey!
Nice.
Noise.
Thank you.
Which
Right.
is a good catch up.
Anything
And
to do with your bonus action?
spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon. Very nice.
I've got
So
one.
yeah, Miggle, you are stabilised, no longer making death saves, but you are not conscious.
So,
Where you putting your
on
spiritual
my
right
weapon?
next
next to
turn,
the
do I roll
bonk.
for some HP or some shit?
Now,
What do I do
And
next?
go.
To feed you a potion, you
unfortunately, you just kind of lie there.
You're basically not. You basically.
For an hour.
You basically don't have to make death save throws anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's to stop any death saves that you have to make.
Whilst we get a
I've
potion down
spared
here.
my
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
as
yes.
I've knocked out 2 of the party and vored another one.
Spiritual weapon's going to attack.
I wasn't expecting that.
Spiritual weapon's
sentence
going to
today.
miss with a 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, a 6 does miss.
And yeah.
Yeah. As you run over to Miggle, you grip your holy symbol and almost like throw, and the golden hammer appears and flings out towards the black snake-like creature, but it just ducks its head, eager to keep hold of its meal. That brings us to Falchion. Miggle, you're on deck.
Right.
Although
Okay.
Miggle doesn't really do anything.
Oh yeah.
You get your reaction back on your turn, don't forget.
Nice. Excellent. Right. In that case, I'm gonna. I turn around. I run straight at it, and I'm gonna try and slice open its belly and get made it out.
Go for
Nice.
it.
So 2 attacks. That is a miss, definitely.
Okay.
This one is a 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Nice. That is 11 slashing damage.
Very nice.
Can I use?
Right, so your first attack as you run up and swing, it kills its body and your sword just glances off the hardened black scales. It just like slides along it without catching purchase as the coils of its body kind of like gyrate to deflect the blow. The second one, instead of slashing at it, you swing forwards and go for a straight up stab, and that does manage to carve into part of its flesh. Thankfully not hitting Mira. You're not sure exactly where this huge creature Mira is,
I can see that.
because this thing's 2 size categories larger than Mira. So
Inside the cutter over.
right, that brings us to Miggle, who is unconscious, not making death saves. saves, but still present in the moment.
So can I do anything?
Unfortunately,
Sugar
no.
potion? No?
He's unconscious
We're
still,
gonna
he's at
potion down.
0 hit
Oh,
points.
right, so
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
still unconscious,
He's just
but
stabilised.
you're not dying
If this
anymore.
was out of combat, in an hour, Miggle would regain 1 hit point naturally.
Okay.
But it's just to prevent in combat. It's more this person's on like death saves that stop them having to roll death saves.
Just to do something with my turn, I'm going to say that Miggle's having a lovely dream.
He's remembering the times when he could taste things.
Yeah.
Dreaming of soup.
Mira.
No
So.
soup.
You're
Curry
about to beat me.
Right. So at the start of your turn,
I take
as you slide into its stomach.
bludgeoning damage.
No. Unfortunately,
Crushing damage?
acid damage
Ah.
as you sploop into its stomach and you're squeezed between walls of musculature and stomach
Went down my
acid.
throat.
Hiya, Matt. Kisses.
Hey,
Right.
You're not quite dead yet.
Not
Quite
yet.
being the word.
Becca's gonna fix that soon.
I'll try.
We gave Becky a bow.
So you take 15 points of acid damage at the start of your turn.
Okie dokie.
Right.
Oh boy, tummy acids.
Oh yeah.
I really wish you bought that bottle of Ipecac now.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be so
Yeah.
good.
If only you'd had like a shitload of Pepto-Bismol.
Take the tums.
Fucking Gaviscon.
Yeah. No, the entire thing.
Where,
Just
where,
spill out shit on the grannies.
where did the small fireman come from?
65 fires come in with a hose.
Right. So your turn, Mira. Lyle's on deck, Becca, so think about that.
Hello.
So, what can I do whilst I'm in this?
You are restrained, so your attacks have disadvantage.
Okay.
Which you can work
It's only
with.
action.
You are also blinded,
Yeah.
which doesn't really affect you because
Yeah.
you're not a spellcaster,
Yeah.
really.
A little bit.
A little bit, but you still have your full turn. Your movement speed is 0,
Yeah.
and your attacks have
That's definitely out the way,
disadvantage.
I think.
That's about the only thing that I can think
Okay.
would
Okay. So,
affect.
I'm gonna. Right, let's attack. Basically, how wide is it in here? Is it like vacuous or is it dead tight?
It's you're
Tight.
being squeezed in a stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's at disadvantage because you're.
So
It's
I'm
not like a cartoon where it's like got the big hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's you're in a snake's stomach. You're being squeezed like a mouse in a snake.
It's like the world's worst sleeping bag.
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
So I'm gonna take my.
the worst wacky warehouse you've ever
I
been.
know. Take the glaive. I'm gonna try. Can I work with the glaive and just try and like punch it down through the.
Yeah, roll an attack with disadvantage.
Reckless. So
Reckless,
flat.
flatten it out.
Natural 20.
Yeah!
Very good.
Go for it.
So I'll do 3 attacks first.
Aim for the heart.
Okay.
So it'll be like some quick, just quick.
Do you
Down,
have your
down.
extra arms out at the moment?
I always did.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it'll be just like down. Basically.
Just because they manage
Oh, my
at
spleen.
a rest, so
Yeah.
I assume that.
They always pop out like.
Okay.
That was a natural 2.
Long stretch.
So
Okay.
finish the roundabout.
Just
Okay,
to balance
yeah,
out the 20.
And then another nat 20.
Oh,
So-
holy
So
shit.
back up again.
Okay, so
2 crits, man.
let me get the damage down.
It's up for the one.
Does
Yeah.
anyone want any of these nuts?
Nah.
Do you want any of these nuts?
I'll have some of these nuts.
Go on, yes, I don't want them, so feel free to have them.
Okay.
Salt
Right,
and
so-
vinegar.
I got myself cool with these nuts.
Oh, hell yeah. Chocky nuts.
So do you want split damage or you?
Salty ball.
No, I'm okay with total damage.
Okay, so that is 25 points of the first attack.
Okay.
Nice.
And the second
Yeah.
one would be
Yeah, spicy.
Are they salty, really salty?
27 for the second one.
Whoa, holy shit.
Damn.
Ooh, gosh, that's not
God, math is fucking hard, man.
It sure is.
52.
What was it, 25?
Yeah, I know, but I
27?
already added the first one,
Oh,
so I
right,
don't
okay,
think
alright.
Plus 52
I'm
more.
too gay for numbers. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So as you manage to, like, fury welling within you, as you're like, fuck, this. I don't like acid. I don't like snakes. This sucks.
Don't like tight
You
spaces.
just, yeah. Some claustrophobia activated. You jam the pole end of your glaive up and like whack up into like the roof of its mouth, and then drive it down, and then you just repeat the motion again and down, and you feel like there's this as you like slap into its youth, you're like you feel like yeah, pretty much. You feel like this like a ripple of through its stomach as you're just suddenly as you see a slime covered mirror falls prone out of this creature's mouth with like steam and bile dribbling from it as it just like right beside Falchion as Falchion's like stabbed into it. It just goes and like the worst fireball you've ever seen. Mirror is onto the ground.
On the floor, I just walk around. Turn around.
Still slightly sizzling with stomach
Turn around
acid.
and then bonus action rage.
Nice.
Oh no, it's action rage. No, bonus action rage.
Bonus action rage.
Bonus action rage.
Yes, you get your 2 attacks as your action, your hasted action, and then
Your
bonus action.
So on the
rage.
floor, rage, enter.
I'm just picturing, Falchion just hit it, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, bleh.
Yeah, you see as Mira just like kind of astroglides slightly across the legs, the stomach acid. You just see as she begins to rage, you just see the stomach acid like neutralize and slightly crystallize around her, and as this frosty air kind of radiates around her. So that brings us to Lael. Bram is on deck. That's going to be fun to roll
I think
again.
Lyle is going to use sharpshooter.
For a week.
Okay.
And I shall roll for that now.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Okay. Sure does.
Sorry,
miss.
Matt.
That's a -4.
Yeah. -5 to hit. So it's even away.
You will also then attempt to throw a dagger again.
Okay.
That's a 9 plus 10. That's a 19.
Okay. A 19 does hit again.
Hey.
As Lyle
I'm sorry, Matt. I don't
backs
roll
up,
as well as you.
she darts off to the side and aims her bow. As unfortunately, like the creature like lurched forwards to barfoot Mira. At the moment, she let loose with the bow, and the arrow went high. She swears to herself in Sylvan because no one can understand that, and pulls the dagger that's returned to her leg sheath and flings it at the creature.
It makes you feel better.
That's a 2 again.
Nice. Another 2.
It makes,
then
Beck, it
we'll
makes you feel
continue.
better.
Now-
You get to 1 in a critical
Yeah, now
situation,
because there is someone in melee with the creature, she gets a sneak attack on the dagger.
Oh,
So,
excellent.
snazzy.
Okay.
4d6.
46.
46.
Rogues, man, that's what they do.
That's a 6. And a 5. That's 11 damage.
Nice.
So 13 total. Very
Wow,
good.
that's
Go for a
excellent.
dagger.
That's
Bloody
excellent.
hell.
Chunky dagger.
Oh, just
Yeah.
because somebody else is distracting them in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah,
throws.
that's what rogues
That's
do.
what rope.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wait
Yeah.
for the
I
distraction.
think okay, Matt. You might
It
fail
only
with the
way
bow,
it
but-
only because you didn't hit with the arrow, it works on the dagger. It's the first time you hit a creature on your turn.
Right. Okay.
That you can apply sneak attack if
Excellent.
it's so
That's
if she has advantage on an attack roll or if someone's in melee with the creature.
I've then
You
moved her
can-
back a little bit more.
Okay, go for it.
Shoot.
I have just,
Oh, okay.
just
Oh, sorry.
then.
Right.
What's the
Not very
range?
happy with the situation
Oh,
at
I'm
all.
guessing that-
Let's roll for Bramley.
Oh, Bram.
Still down on the ground. That is a failure with a 7.
Oh my god, no, you're a healer.
So as
I
as
you.
I know you got me first, but
so as Bramley is laying there,
grateful Bramley.
she remembers the time when she was sat waiting by the front door for a letter from her parents that never came.
Oh.
She remembers birthdays go past.
Where's my mummy and daddy gone?
The Fae.
They're in the Fae.
No no
Well,
sign from them.
They love
Worried
fat
that they
small
might be
you.
dead.
You could have a minute.
So that brings us to the guy ever. Yay!
Let's go.
My fella.
What's he
well,
called again?
The guy.
He's
The guy
over
ever.
here.
But here,
But I have named him the guy ever.
the guy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that brings us to him. He is going to. He's gonna go after Falchion because he doesn't feel like having the same meal twice yet. Listen, if you start being a problem, he might change his mind. So he's gonna try and constrict Falchion. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, so it constricts around you. As you saw it do the same thing to Mira, it winds its scaly body around yours and you take... Oh shit, I rolled that wrong first time. It should have been more.
So it doesn't hit.
No, it does. It should have been more damage. So you take...
I must accept your first answer.
Okay, so you take 15 points of... What the fuck? Cease! I'm trying to math!
Everyone on Twitch is wincing right now.
Can't do it anymore.
Good.
I want to do
You
it again.
take 15 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional 11 points of slashing, and you are now grappled, which means it is going to attempt to swallow you.
So I'm down there. Okay.
Nom nom nom.
Okay. That is a 24 to hit.
That sadly does hit.
It does.
Nom,
So
nom, nom.
you take.
Take him to the tummy.
Pretty much, yeah. So you take. I can do math. It's real easy, I promise. 24 points of piercing damage, and you are then bored.
Okay.
Glug glug. Yeah, so you see what happened to you, Mira, as real up close as it swirls around Falchion, reaches down, bites down on top of him, pulls back, and you just see the edge of Falchion's dragon beans before he swallows straight down.
Maybe the monster's just hungry.
It
You
sure
think
is.
so, wouldn't you?
There's a chance that it might be hungry.
It's just trying to eat the two biggest party members. I think it's a tad peckish.
Tad Bar, it's your turn.
Okay.
Miggle, you're on deck.
So we go to
Oh, I don't
Bradley?
know if you're
Anyway.
going to be.
Okay. I'm gonna use a cure wounds.
Okay.
Odd.
Um,
Miggle.
on Niggle.
Nice.
Hell yeah, wake me up.
So,
Wake me up! Wake me up inside!
no, that's Falchion.
That's
So,
also Falchion.
yeah, I'm going to do this
Yeah,
at,
moving
I'm going to do this at level 2, so I need 2.
That's 2d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
2d8. Date.
2d8 is going to be the date.
8 plus. Oops, that's 11 HP.
Miggle.
Nice.
What's
Miggle,
that?
you're conscious.
You have
There's a
11.
bar. There's a bar leaning over you. There's a very
You just
slimy
see-
mirror. And
you
there's
just
no
see-
Falchion anywhere.
You're just seeing this one wake up.
Bramley's still bleeding out on the floor.
As I then shuffle over to Bramley. I think shit.
What HPs are we all on now?
Not.
And then I'm going to use my spiritual
I
weapons
think
to
it might
go
be
for
time
him.
for
Go
a
for it.
spell. One of them spells from me
17?
book of spells.
17?
I think it
Just
might be.
hit.
Hey!
Hey!
Okay, so as a
big
check the
old-
damage.
It's a d8 plus your wisdom modifier
That's
of
it,
force
thank you.
damage.
That's a
Big old.
It only does
Big old
more
max
damage
spell
than that if
there.
you reach the
Yeah.
fourth level.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like every other level that the
D8
damage increases.
Max damage.
Hey! Plus
Fuck
wisdom.
yeah.
Plus wisdom, 11. Force damage.
Hell yeah, we love that.
Good damage. Force damage as well. Non-resistant.
Yeah. So as you like kneel down beside Miggle and you lay your hand on his chest, and he, yeah, basically you glance over to the giant snake, seeing like Falchion go down its gullet, and you like pull back, and the glowing spiritual hammer that's appeared flies back like a boomerang and clocks the thing around the head, but it's too late to stop Vulture from being numbed.
I got you, buddy. I got
Look at that.
Damn it!
Jesus, a fishing hook.
Good. One sec, I'll put it. Keep up.
I make a spiritual weapon of a fishing hook.
Give me 1 hour.
Falchion, it's your turn.
God.
So,
How much acid damage do we
Falchion
say?
and Miggle.
Falchion Miggle. At the start of your turn, being inside the creature,
Indeed.
you take
Nom nom nom. Acid damage.
Yep.
you take 19 points of acid
Oh,
damage.
Okay.
I did roll very badly for Mira.
That's true.
1966. Okay.
Sneaky. Uh-oh, sneaky.
Right.
You're killing the stomach.
Okay. So, my movement is 0. Right.
Your movement is 0, your attacks are at disadvantage.
And you're blind.
And you're blinded.
I am blinded.
That's true, yeah.
What else then?
Blinded by the fall.
Don't know where I am, but
Shit,
it's
that
dark
is
and
racist.
moist.
Okay.
Bans.
I'm gonna begin my
I
turn.
must be inside the curry.
Yeah, I'm gonna begin my turn
Okay.
by using my bonus action
Uh-huh.
to cast Giant's Might.
Okay. So you become large.
I'm gonna become large. I'm gonna try and stretch this thing out a bit.
So got it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
you're gonna make it
pushing
explode.
against the inside of its ribs.
There is no space for you to expand to in here, so it does not work.
Ah.
Boom.
Okay.
Hiss.
Once if
So,
if you get vomited out, you could cast it, but it
You just
specifies
vomited.
in the thing if there's no space for you to expand into, you expand to fit the space because you are in a tube
Constricted,
sock
yeah.
essentially.
Okay. In that case,
Yeah.
as an action, I'm gonna use my.
It does mean you have your bonus action now.
Oh, cool.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that mean to just be like,
I know you wasted it.
you know your ability. You're level 8 now.
Yeah.
You should know how it works.
I thought to try.
yeah,
Yeah, I was
in
like-
theory.
Thing is, in character, you definitely try that. You'd be like, I need to get out of there. Like,
Oh no! Yeah, so you try to activate your Giant
that's
Smite,
the plan,
finding
yeah.
it's unavailable to you at the
You hold
moment.
it.
cool. In that case, yeah.
There's no space for you to be a mighty giant. What is my HP?
As my head first.
You got how much HP did you give to me?
11.
11.
11. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm head first, aren't I? So
Yeah, that's
my feet are near its mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna crane my neck up, and I'm gonna use my flame breath.
Okay.
And it's I don't know if it gets a dex save since I'm in it.
Make just
Fireball.
I'm literally surrounded by it.
please make an intelligence check for me.
That would be a 10.
Okay, that's enough. I just wanted you to make a 10. This creature breathed out boiling hot steam. You guess potentially
It is not
that it's not
fiery.
really going to be vulnerable to fire. In any way at all.
You know what? I'd actually forgotten I have different effects on the flame breath.
Yeah.
Can I try to see if it works? Can I try the enervating breath?
Can you describe that to me?
So enervating
That's
breath. The creature.
It's
If
in
it,
Fizz isn't it?
it is it's in Fizzbones. Basically, if it fails the dex save, it's incapacitated till its next turn.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
I just want to check because it's. Let's see. Page 11.
Today.
Metallic. Here we
That's the
go.
one. So enervating
Oh,
breath, it's
sorry.
called.
Late.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Innovating breath.
And then on Monday late.
Constitution.
Yeah, so no.
Okay.
Sunday.
Do like accents.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, that's really talking.
Make a Constitution check with your proficiency.
Okay. That would also be a 10.
10 total.
10 total.
Okay. So you breathe out this. Cloud into the air around you, but it doesn't really seem to sink into the surrounding area. The dense muscle kind of prevents it from going anywhere. And you get a bit of mouthful of acid for your trouble. I'm not going to add any more damage onto that. But now, if I wanted you to roll against its armor class with the thing, just to see if
That's good.
right. That's one of your attacks.
Yeah.
So you have another attack.
I've still got my sword. Obviously, it's pinned up against me, so I'm just gonna try and
Attack
make a stab motion.
Yeah, go
if
for
I can.
it. Attack with disadvantage.
Oh, look at that, natural 20 as well.
Oh.
That would be a 26.
26 does hit.
Right, and it's a D8 7. Ooh, very nice. 13 points of damage.
Very nice.
Slashing damage.
There we go. Right.
And I'm not going to do a bonus action because, honestly, apart from the axe, I don't really think there's much I can do. But I know the axe doesn't work anymore. That'd be a 5. So yeah, bonus actions is very little I can do.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Miggle, you are suddenly awake. Ooh. Oh, my ankles! Quiver!
I'm going to cast from my book of many things, Mass Healing Word
Okay.
at level 4.
You can only cast it at the base level. You can't.
The book gets 4 spell slots.
Yeah. So you have 4 spell slots worth of usage. You can't cast it at a higher level.
Oh. Okay. Okay then, so everyone will get 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 5 with the book, but 4 without the book.
Yes.
So is it 4?
No, it's 5.
It's 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how the book works is that is a permanent bump to whichever stat you choose, and you generally just keep it in charisma.
I do, yeah.
So unless you chose to change the stats that the book is bumping, that's a permanent bump to your your stat there.
Okay, so it has 60 feet of range, and it can do up to 6 creatures. So I think that's just all of us.
Is that everyone that can see you or hear you?
Well, I call out a words of restoration, so it's anyone who can hear me, I would imagine.
Okay, I want to just double check.
Okay.
I sounds a little muffled right now.
Yeah. That's the thing.
All I hear from inside the snake is, what?
That you can see within range. So unfortunately, Falchion, you cannot see.
Everyone but you.
You know what? Honestly, it's fine.
Gurgled right now.
You know what I am.
Yeah. But everyone else, you can give your 1d4 plus 5 to.
Okie dokie. What can I say?
What word do you say to reinvigorate and inspire the party
One word.
to do better?
You got that,
Don't
champ.
let them kill me again.
Save me, I'm weak and old. Save
Let's
Grandma.
stop this bastard up. Oh. Pretty good.
Channeling is in the dwarf.
The throat singing's going well.
Yeah.
That's an 8 for
He's really
everyone.
giving you
apart
lessons.
Was that 8?
How much was
8
that?
for everyone.
Okay.
apart from
Lail's on 12 hit points now.
Yay! So we get 8 temporary, yeah?
And Bram gets up.
Yeah, Bramley is now alive.
That was the main goal.
Yeah, that brings us to anything you want to do with your action, Miggle?
Fun.
You can't cast any
Fun.
spells.
I was going to say run the fuck away, but it said it was going to be fun to look away. Run the fuck away!
Run!
I'll run to Lael. Help me, Lael!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, let me just check something.
Oh yeah, attack ranges. Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to get an attack opportunity, is it?
Mill, avoid!
It sure does have reach.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
It is gonna attempt to make a bite at Miggle as he runs the fuck away.
You're gonna eat.
Migley.
No, don't worry. You've got to be constricted before you can be bored. It's just science.
Just the tongue.
Yeah.
That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
What number do you need?
Your armor class.
15.
Oh.
It does just
Thought
hit
it was
them.
the same. Yeah.
Right. So
You know
that
what, I
will-
really want to use fucking Hellish Rebuke. But every time I wanted to use it, it's against something that's fiery, so it fucking won't.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
So annoying.
It's a great spell, but the situations right now suck.
I can't use it now anyway, because I've just used the book spell slots.
No, you haven't. You've still got one left.
Hellish Rebuke's like level 2, isn't it?
How is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That will bring. That is.
Oh no, level 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
You got all your spell slots back, remember? They've just had the rest.
No, it's the book spell.
Yeah,
slots.
these are the
Different.
books.
I'm
So
actually using the tools the DM has given me.
makes a change. You take 27 points of piercing damage
Ah!
Are you back
as
down?
as you dart away
Oh,
from
does it
him.
have range? Because I was like
It's-
here.
Yeah, it's got a 10-foot range.
Fucking bastard.
It is, yeah.
Dick.
It is,
Sorry,
yeah.
Mom. I've given all your effort to
bites at
you.
you,
Don't worry, spare the ground as a
and
country.
it bites at you and like flings its head back and
Stand
forth,
for Bramble.
like
Sam
Sam
ate.
was a yeah.
Because the healing
She's
word.
not
Still
upright
down.
though. Yeah, she's on. She's still prone.
She's awake.
Yeah. It flings you back and forth like a dog with a chew toy before like spitting you out.
Has it tossed me off? Into
Hey!
Tossed me into a certain
Classic
direction, or
bard.
am I
Can
still in its
seduce
mouth?
the snake?
Has it tossed me into a certain direction, or am I still in its mouth?
No, you're not in its mouth. It
I
just
just come down to the gullet like, oh!
Don't be silly. If you took that damage, you'd be coming in there totally dead.
That would be terrible for you. Just like, oh! Mega corpse!
Thing is, I'm head
Big ol'
first, so
corpse.
you go
Yeah,
on
you
the
just
ass
feel,
first.
yeah, you just feel something
I'll be like,
against you. It's like, ah! It's wrinkly, get it off.
I'm in there going, this couldn't get any worse. It got worse!
A meal on your feet would feel like seaweed in the ocean.
I'll take this for a second.
I can't believe this. Why did it? I wanted to move.
Right, that will bring us to
The best guy ever.
Mira?
Mira.
Is
Then Lael.
You got this, champ.
I'm having more success playing Lael so far.
Yeah.
Half movement
my
to
own
get up.
I
character.
thought you were
And
going
then-
to say, I'm having more success playing this
Joker.
piece of plastic.
half movement, get up.
Yep.
Move over to it.
Oh,
Raging, reckless,
very angry.
reckless.
Super angry.
Yeah.
So angry.
Dripping with stomach acid.
Yeah.
Several words just dripping with like sweat.
22 to hit on the first.
Does hit.
Natural 20 on the second.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
And that puts it back. So the non-crit is, good thing that was the non-crit, that is a total of 11.
Nice.
No, 6 plus 7.
That's
13.
13. 13.
Very nice.
And crit. Oh, that's not too bad. And that one's 14 for the crit.
Okay,
What's
that's bad.
No, I'm gonna add an extra 4 to that.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
18.
There you go. Yeah.
You're confusing me with numbers!
It's got 0 hit points, damn it.
I love how I'll
Right, so that will bring us to Lael.
Hello, I'm Lael.
You are.
Today.
Today I
For now.
am
Night, Matthew.
There's Lael.
I should be playing Whale.
There's Lael. Tonight, Matthew, I will be playing Lael.
Goes in, 6 hours later comes out as a costume.
Matt has given me
Smoke.
tips.
Just tips.
Oh boy. She can, apparently Lael can sacrifice movement and bonus action to get advantage on her attack.
She can.
Is there any condition to this, or?
No, it just means that you're stuck in one place, you have no bonus action. So,
So she's fairly safe distance, yeah. I'll use that.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Shoot
I
it
can
in the
roll
eye.
twice then.
Also, I believe sneak attack because it's engaged with Mira.
Yeah, which she would have got
Excellent.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she gets that with
Please
the
roll
advantage.
good. So I'm
and she
rolling
gets
twice.
that.
Yeah, the highest.
Oh, that's a crit! Whee!
Hey, nice. So roll all
Oh,
your
God.
dice and then double it.
So that was for, so it's 1d8 plus 7, and then there's something else now?
Hang on. It's
1d8.
So it's
1d8,
1d8
4d6.
plus
plus
4d6. And then you double all
I've
the
got to
dice.
say more dice.
You
I've not
double
brought
the dice
full
and then
sets
set.
today.
So roll it first. We'll do it bit by bit,
46.
so it's
Okay.
easier. Because I know Becca hates math.
I do
Yeah.
hate math.
So roll the d8.
That's a 7.
Okay, so that's 14.
So far.
4d6. A 6, a 5, a 4, and a 4. That's
Okay.
pretty fucking good.
19
times 2.
So that's
38
38
plus 14.
plus 14, so it's 58, 62.
And then
I also get
Plus 7.
an extra d6 for the radiant damage of Lael's special bow.
so double that.
Thanks,
So
Matt.
do that as well. So we're on 62 plus 6 is 60.
Stop saying numbers, because I'm trying to math.
So am I. So
Nice.
68
62,
plus 7.
68 plus 7 is
75.
75.
Fuck off.
75.
Daddy, son!
What was the d6 that you rolled for the radiant?
3.
3 doubled.
So,
Is the radiant doubled as well?
yeah, it's a
Any
dice.
dice. Any dice.
Sweet.
58
So-
plus 7.
68 plus 7.
It was not 58.
It was 68 with the radiant, so it would have been 62.
Wait, so it was 7. It was start again. It was 14 for the initial hit, and then it was 19.
So all the dice
19 was
combined.
double to 38.
Yeah, so all the dice combined was 62 plus the
No,
7.
because that's 14 plus 38 is 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you add the radiant damage, which
Plus
is 6.
the 6, so 58
And then
plus
that's
7,
Plus the 7, so it's
65.
65. Yeah, 65.
Still
Yeah,
disgusting.
65.
absolutely.
65.
But I was like, I was hearing all numbers and they didn't sound right in my head, and I was like, that doesn't math.
Because it was like 50 and then all of a sudden with the 70, I'm like,
70, yeah. So I was like,
million.
Because I
yeah.
rolled a crit.
keep saying numbers, keep saying numbers.
All right.
The way crits work is you roll all your dice as normal, you double all the dice, and then you add your modifier.
Apparently, if she crits, all the damage becomes radiant.
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
So we accounted for all.
Yeah, that's all. That's
Okay.
an entire
That's
shitload
fucking
of
filthy.
radiant.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That's disgusting.
So you see for the first time ever as Lyle pulls back this bow, takes a breath, aims, and you see as she shoots the arrow. Well, you don't see this falchion.
I just feel the arrow like right next to my head inside the stomach.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
Nice shot.
you see as she aims, and you see the arrow almost like it's almost like in a cinematic moment where it like pauses for a minute and it goes like dead slow, firing forward. It almost feels like that as it shoots forward as this radiant bolt. And how does Lyle want to kill the thing?
Really?
Yeah. Hey, you've already done 127
How do you
damage
want
to
to
it.
kill the thing?
Well, that's going to take a long time for Matt to
No, he's just
describe
been
that.
replying consistently
Okay.
every few seconds.
Alright, if Matt has anything to say,
We'll just
don't
absolutely
wanna-
shish kebab the fuck out of it.
One day you'll get your spiritual weapon.
not today.
Yeah.
Just straight through, square in the eyes.
No, you get a kill.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as she pulls this bow back and lets go, and the arrow almost like for like a microsecond just almost stays there as she releases the string, and then boom,
Matt
fires
says
forward
slice
at
the
like.
stomach open so Falchion just plops out.
I wouldn't be able to like. You wouldn't be able to slice it open with an arrow.
Skywalker.
Yeah, she's probably an obscuring falchion at that point. But you fire it, she fires it, and it goes. This radiant bolt streaks across everyone's head, right towards the neck of the creature, and just like it hits it, and it doesn't even look for a moment like it impacts. But then the back of the neck, the opposite side from the edge, splatters, and it just by the force of it, this huge creature's toppled backwards to the side.
I love how I woke up for like a split second, like, healed everyone, died again.
That's what Miguel does best.
Heals and dies.
Boss then.
Right. I'll say then with that we've got Falchion, you feel the muscle, you feel like a thud as you hit the ground. as the muscles go lax around you and you kind of like slide back, like one of those fucking water snakes that you got as a kid.
Yeah.
Hand job training machines. And you kind of like slow back and forth for a minute, and you just begin to like getting away from the acid burning. You will take before you do manage to get out. You will take an additional 20 points of acid.
20?
Yeah, I rolled 3 5s and then another 5 on the rest of the 3. Before you manage to like pry yourself out, and Mira comes over and like grab it, and you feel 3 hands just fucking grab you and yank you out like
One on each leg and one on the tail.
with like this awful kind of wet sucking sound as he's like slurped out
I'm
like
just
a
gonna have to go slow.
I just land on the ground.
yeah, still slightly burning.
Well, I'm down to 12 hit points from the max.
I was on 68 plus 8.
She wasn't 68 plus 1. 8.
I was on 104.
I was on 120 at the start of this fight.
Yeah, just don't get
Ridiculous.
munched for it.
I had a little plan in case I got swallowed. I'll take out and look at
To be
Ingrid.
fair, I did more
Email
damage
on the way
inside
down.
the creature.
I'm taking you with me.
So yeah, you all managed to gather around each other like.
I would like
There you
to
go.
skin this bit here and potentially use it
Okay.
just to sell, at least.
Make a survival check.
Oh boy!
As that's going on,
Survival is...
Not good.
Wisdom.
I'm gonna get the gnomes up.
Oh, is that 2 minus 3 or 2 total?
It's 5 minus 3.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's
So-
not great.
Yeah, so basically, you see Mira go over and she just fucking starts hacking at this thing. Some remnants of the leftover rage as Mira just starts like fucking going to town on this thing, pulling off chunks and whatever.
That'll do. Random chunk.
Miscellaneous chunk
Yeah, I'll
folding.
The here chunk.
I'm just lying on the
Nice.
ground, just steaming and like,
Yeah.
short rest.
Bramley comes over, she's like, oh Falchion, that doesn't look good.
Oh yeah.
she gets she puts like a little rag on her hands and gives you a little pat on the head. But well, you'll heal. I don't know if she's actually got kill wounds, but we'll see. I know I've got her old character sheet somewhere. It might be that Tara sent me actually. Let me have a look.
This dice has been up and down all day, and I love it.
Sweet.
Swings and roundabouts, man.
Another natural 20 then.
Okay.
Wasted.
I cast Spare the Diag on Becky and then heal her for 9 HP.
Woo! Thank you.
So,
Miguel, you get 9 hit points. Becky is my
Who is this person who told this?
So
Spiritual weapon.
you get.
Well, you healed your own weapon.
She gives you a pat on the head and you heal.
Go on, Becky.
I can do math. 20 points of,
Thank you.
which is actually really good for a second level spell. You're on 7 and 8.
That's excellent.
Yes. So yeah. So you regain 20 hit points.
I was sitting there like, oh, thank you, bro. And I sit up.
Maybe find somewhere to wash.
Yeah.
crystal bush.
Is there
I
like,
want you to be better. I just don't really want to touch
Jason said
you.
makes me want to wash it.
is there like a stream or a pond around there anywhere?
Yeah.
Wait, you can create water.
Oh, I can! She puts her hands together and she pulls them apart and just fucking soaks you with it like a mini tidal wave of water.
I just stand there going,
creates water over you.
It feels so good.
If you're going to take a short rest, Cramley's going to probably make like a little. She's going to. I'm alright, thanks. She's probably going to like pull out her cutlery and just fill everything with cold water. So those of you who got burnt to fuck, i.e. Lale, Bramley, Miggle, you can all kind of like deal with your burns and stuff as part of your short rest.
Okay.
If you want to spend your hit points to regain hit points.
Remind me, the half-van necklace that I've got,
Yes.
it doubles the effective hit dice.
I believe so. Let me just double check. No, that's not what it is. What is the actual name of the thing?
I've just got it down as Heart Valve necklace.
That's not helpful. I'm gonna have to dig in my notes to find out what it is because I don't remember the item name. No. Old notes. Here we go.
I keep saying I'm going to do that.
Periactive wound closure.
Periactive wound.
Yeah.
That was something completely different what you had.
Sure is.
What was the drinking necklace called?
The Amulet of the Drunkard. So
Is that like the Drunken Master?
So
one you
whenever you are
extra?
dying at the start of your turn, you stabilise. In addition, whenever you roll a hit dice to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores. So that also affects your modifier. So whatever you roll, you double all of that. So if you roll a 10 plus your Constitution modifier, what's that?
Con
2,
is... was it 3? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you roll 13, instead of getting 13, you'd get 26.
Very nice.
Really good.
It's a very nice item.
It is.
It is attunable. So
Well, it's been around my neck for a good while now, so...
you might as well fucking use it.
I'd say I'm pretty fucking attuned to it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bear that in mind because that's, I believe, 2 of your slots then taken. You've got your shield and you've got your
The
necklace.
Yeah, that sounds...
So you only get 3.
That's cool. Well, that's... To be honest with you, that's probably the best 2 I've got for the time being. And then if we get
It does
better...
mean that if you encounter another one, you can take it.
Yeah, I've got one more slot.
Yes. Let me see.
So are we taking a short rest?
If you wish.
I need a short rest.
Yes. So
I'd
party
also
takes a
appreciate
moment
a
and...
Can I use some hit dice to heal myself?
You certainly can. You could also do your song of healing if you wish
I
to.
could do a little song of rest.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm.
So this amulet
I
smells
died
of old
again.
ale-stained wood.
Yep.
While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet has restored hit points, it can't do so again until the next dawn. So once a day, you've got a greater healing potion with some wine.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's very much a mirror ice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much did you heal me for when I was revived again?
9.
What do I need to use my hit dice ups?
So,
Yeah.
where's your character sheet? So, your hit dice
Sadly,
are
I've got
D8.
expendable ale right now.
Uh,
I have the Fey one.
Hang on,
and
you
that's
should
got
have
back
8.
over to the counter.
we're
It's
level
all
8 now, aren't we?
cocktail.
We're all level
Long
8.
it's expendable.
So your hit dice is equal to your level, so you should have 8 if you haven't used it.
Is that one attunable? Or is that
So
to-
No,
you
that
can
one
use
is
as many as you like
Swear.
The things that I
to get
gave
you up
you
to
in the
whatever you need to do.
the things that I
So
gave you
it's a
in the Gorth fight,
Yeah.
4 and 3. I'll just
none
use
of those things were attunable
Okay.
So what's that? 8,
Okay.
6, 4, 3.
because
8, 6, 4,
So
the
8 and 6 is 14 plus 7
Gorth
is
would
21.
need the items
Yeah.
I'll
to
do
regain
it.
the hit points. So there
It
were
would-
more things.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
There were more things
I'm
in
going to
there.
use.
But it ate them. Oh,
Shall I use 3? I'm going to use 3.
I just rolled to see what it needs.
Fair.
So I'll use one.
Woo!
I'm
That
going to
Oh,
is
I
a
used one more and I got an 8 on it.
that is
so.
a chunky heal.
Lyle's okay with skewering function as she
So,
wiggles eyebrows.
I got 10, 20, 24, 27 doubled,
52.
52 points back,
Uh-huh.
which means
I'm going to use 40
I'm now
to regain
on
hit points. I'm gonna use
84.
them.
I'm 3
Because you're
points
cleric.
low.
I didn't
My
even
max.
get it.
I'm on 84.
Yeah, you're at the front of the
I
party and you
used
ain't close enough to
3
get
hit
bit.
dice.
First time for everything.
And the way it works is on a.
I'd roll.
Is it? Sorry, Robin.
Stinky.
22 out of all.
Oh, disgusting.
Just remind me, is it a short rest or a long rest where you gain your hit points back? It's a long rest, isn't it?
It's a long rest that you regain hit points back.
Sorry, hit
and
dice.
Hit dice, you regain up to half of your maximum.
That's it. Okay.
So you're level 8, so on a long rest you'll regain 4 hit dice.
I only used 3 then, so
Yeah.
it was all good.
Mira only has 4 hit dice anyway.
Okay.
Because she sacrifices them every morning.
Oh, yeah, for the arms, yeah, of course.
I've used 5 of my 8.
Right.
You're down to 3.
So, you stop, have a short
That was a
rest.
mega heal.
Do you want to set up camp here, or do you want to continue on? It is.
Continue on
It
for a
was
bit.
early afternoon when you got hit, and now you've spent an hour, so you're getting in towards evening time.
I think we
at
should
this
carry
point.
on.
Should we carry on?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just see how much progress we can make, because we are on the way to the Druid
Alrighty.
conclave.
Yeah, go on.
Okie dokie.
Let's be looking
Go on,
out
go on.
good though, guys. Let's not
Yeah.
get out bush again, please.
So,
Get me
travel
to roll
on
all the
for a while
survival checks.
longer before deciding to make camp for the night. Who's on which watch?
No watch at the end, of course.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take
Okay.
second.
Okie dokie. So, Mira's going to sleep.
Mirror will sleep. Yeah.
She needs it. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So. First watch, please.
Perception. Wisdom. It's a 10.
So, okie dokie. Second watch.
Ooh, it's 9.
Nice.
We're getting ever so slightly worse.
Come on!
That's with a positive wisdom modifier.
Yeah, that's with a +3.
Oh no.
No, sorry, that's with a
Oh, no.
6 in perception.
See, I
I got a 3.
would have got a 17 without sleep.
So you're a kid.
Did you roll a natural 20? For the watch you didn't take. So, gnome watch at the end as well.
No watch.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm missing Layla. I'm missing Layla right
That's a
now.
7.
You can roll with advantage because Brownlee's with you.
Okay.
Come on, lower.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian.
Bramley's digging you in the ribs.
I thought that was a 1. It's a 7. Yes. Do I need to add Bramley's for this?
No, you can add yours.
You know,
I'm just giving you
That's gonna be
advantage.
11 then.
11. Okay.
Alright, we got
So
a
better.
+10.
That's an average of 10 across the board. Nice.
You're awake. You're awake at least.
Yeah.
Mesmerised by the campfire.
So,
You wake up to see me and Falcon.
I only do that on really low rolls.
Yeah.
So, Falcon, you all set up camp. Bramley cooks a meal for everyone, as she has now decided that that's her goal. She will give you hit points and you will like it. Yeah.
Come on, you take more.
So you all go to sleep with an additional 2d10 hit points, or something like that. I forget
Yeah,
exactly. I forget if it was 2d10 or 2d12. And
10 for now.
as soon as you fall asleep, they fade anyway.
We didn't try to loot the creature, did we?
Oh, Mira did. She turned it into paste.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I tried to skin it, didn't work.
Yeah, she turned it into
I left the
paste. She
room.
got a chunk
The
of
first time.
that.
Here, chunk.
Yeah, which isn't really clear that it's a big chunk of
It's
just miscellaneous meat.
Just turn it into like pink sludge.
It's those meat paste jars that you get from like B&M.
Salad paste.
Yeah.
It's that baby food consistency.
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay, Lyle does her secret laning.
Secret learning.
Yeah, secret laning.
Secret learning.
Secret laning in the night time.
Secret.
After just relaxing and eating.
Can we
now.
please
You-
have a undercommon lesson over breakfast?
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh god, okay.
So, Falchion the Night is peaceful. You hear the sounds of animals in the forest nearby.
Cuckoo.
Like the screech of owls as they hunt through the night, and occasionally you hear the sound of something potentially moving in the mountains, but you can't tell if there's actually anything there or if it's just a bit of paranoia from the sneak attack earlier. But nothing comes of it. You pass your watch on to Bar,
Oh, there we go.
and Bar, you sit up, you take
Pretty
your watch.
quiet. A couple of animals moving in the bush.
Alright.
Again, you hear the same sound of nocturnal animals fighting. There's a bit of a chill in the air, as it is heavily into the harvest season at this point. A good few weeks at this point. And you don't notice anything amiss. So passing on to the gnomes, who take over. both a bit distracted by the fact that you were so easily downed by a creature that lives so very nearby to where you were, and neither of you are at your best for the night.
Scared.
Yeah, staying close at hand, and you know, making sure that you often hold each other's hand for comfort, just as gnomes do. You know, sitting back to back, chatting, and keeping an eye on things moving in the forest. You see occasionally like small creatures off in the distance skittering from the mountains towards the tree line, but they don't make any headway towards your camp, leaving you undisturbed and unmolested for the night. Mira.
Guess no undercommon lesson there, because Mira's going to die.
Yes, Mira's dead now.
You wake up, she falls in herself like a ball.
Mira, you settle down to sleep for the night.
Mira
Not
dreams.
eager to have a night's watch after.
Definitely
Yeah,
not a lot.
definitely a night's wash. You know, your fucking brand new clothes already.
Gone
ruined.
already. It's a...
I know, fucking fuming. But you settle down for the night. And darkness overtakes you. It's a dreamless sleep for a while. And you feel the same sensation of beginning to fall and fall into darkness. You feel yourself caught, suspended, held in place by web.
Spider dreams.
And you hear a soft laugh. And you feel the presence of something large moving, that same something that reached out to you so long ago. At this point. I have been impressed watching you wear.
Well, someone has, at least.
It's been very entertaining. But for now I have a job for you.
I'm listening.
There is a place that used to be a temple of worship to me. I would like it reclaimed and restored. Held in watch
Elden Wash.
towards
Elden
towards the city of Esterford, on the barrier between the underground and the underdark. If you can clear it out for me, that would be a service most highly rewarded. You'll know when you get there.
Big sign off.
Consider
You feel a hand in the dark reach out, and almost motherly in a way, as it cups the side of your face, and you feel like this cold, chitinous surface of the hand. You see, it looks extremely similar to the hands that you can create. This black chitinous armoured hand just cups your face.
As it does, I'll put my hand over it as well and lean into it.
You make me so proud. And you drop.
Is this like your
Your-
evil god?
Too late.
Alignment is not
Spider-Man.
chaotic.
Chaotic evil! Oh
Pause that.
Oh, hell yeah!
Alive strange.
Who
no!
knows?
Is this
Not the
your...
party.
What's the name? Because are you a warlock?
I am.
Yes.
So this is your like evil pact, my man.
Deity.
This
Evil
is the
pact,
dark
my
mother.
man.
It's my patron.
Spider Mummy.
His dominatrix.
This is the dark mother. The
Love.
one who's the dark mother. It is a homebrew subclass of warlock that I made called the Pact of the Dark Mother.
Dark mother.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're a barbarian warlock
Yes.
worshipping the dark mother.
With mummy issues.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
essentially what it
nice.
is.
Fun. I have a new person for one of my campaigns online.
Yay!
I've got a new game. It's called which everyone has coincidentally somehow been like just completely non-related to each other. They've just all come in with like, hey, I want some Feywild fuckery in the backstory. And I'm like, oh, do you? So I've called it the Game of Souls. And it's actually taking place in the continent towards the north of Iloth, called Saran. I've been working on that continent a lot. I'm going to work on it more tonight because I need to get the fucking city done. But it's really fun because like the north of the continent is just fucking ice everywhere, and the south is just fucking arid desert, and in the middle, because the Iberdora, the world that you're in, all of the continents are like on one half of the globe essentially, and the opposite half is just, it's called the Great Expanse. It's just fucking water. There's nothing in there. All the continents are just kind of like on this one half of the globe. And so there's just this like Arctic blast of wind that comes in from the Great Expanse, which is why the north is fucking frozen. And then from the continent of Damascus in the middle, there's this blast of heat, which is why it's desert. So it's like, and then in the middle there's just like fucking rainforest because it's hot, cold and hot clashing together all the time. So it's a really fun place. But like there's the Ambrel Wood, which is the centre bit, the Wildefrost, which is the north, and then there's the Parchlands, which is the south. But the Parchlands have like skiffs that they ride over the dunes on because there's no. But they have these sort of like lodestones set in like the big cities, so you can like you can pick up like a compass sort of thing that is attuned to another city, because there's no roads or anything because it's all fucking deserts. You can skiff your way over with a compass that's attached to a lodestone of another city, so you can't get lost.
That's cool.
And then the Ambrel Wood has like air gliders essentially that they can pass over all the trees with. And the Wildefrost has a massive fucking tunnel network because it's too cold and icy and dangerous to be on the surface really. So they have like this massive underground network of tunnels.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's a really fun continent. So I'm looking forward to playing in it and fleshing it out a bit more. Right. So, so just to like tell you guys, I've been because travel's hard, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult to kind of make fun or interesting, and it can be a bit boring to roll perception, and then it's always like Bramley who spams perception, or Bar, the people with high perception, which isn't very fun. So I've been working on little tables like Mesa has in the newer games. So that everyone can do it. And all you've got to do is roll the d20 for the day's travel.
Oh, cool, okay. Is it a roll or do we pick?
Anyone can roll, so whoever you want to can roll, and you can all take it in turns, but then there's less kind of like, oh, I've got -3 perception, I probably shouldn't roll. Even though you do anyway sometimes.
I feel thoroughly refreshed after my night's sleep. I'm basically back up to full. After a hearty breakfast from Bramley, I turn to the battery and go, right, so, shall we head on?
Yes, let's go.
Does anyone need to do anything while we're here, or are we just going to move?
Roll the 2 10s.
Oh, in the morning, me and Miguel have an undercommon lesson.
It's unusual now that you're chaotic you are.
I'm fine.
She's whatever she wants to be.
She hits you more with the ruler when you get it wrong.
Well, that's standard.
You all gain 5 temporary hit points.
Hey. I'll take it.
I rolled a 3 and a 2. I was very
I'm
simple.
healed up now after a long
She's
rest.
tired.
Oh yeah, everyone's healed up fully. You all regain half of your hit dice.
Plus 5.
I'm back up to 5.
Yeah, you
back
all
to
regain
8.
half your maximum hit dice, so you can regain up to 4. You're all at maximum hit points, and you all have 5 temporary hit points. Courtesy of Le Bramley.
Thank you, Bramley.
Grandma.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. So, like, you roll, whoever wants to at the table can roll a d20, and that will determine how the day's travel goes.
I will, but if
Which
anyone else
I
wants to
think-
jump in, go for it.
Yeah, I think it's just a more
No,
fun
it's
way.
more interesting.
Yeah.
Because
And
as I
then-
say, every day is just like, oh, and you walk, and who sees
Yeah,
what?
like the
you know.
fucking Tom Cardigan.
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Get that bitch, get out of here!
Get out of here.
I wake up an hour before everyone else, before we head off, and I make a new longsword from the ingots.
Okay.
You can make a what?
Longsword.
Longsword.
Just making a longsword.
Yeah.
Well, you
So
literally
over
just make a
breakfast-
longsword.
Way down.
Yeah,
So
I think it's-
over breakfast,
oh,
as you're all
it's-
packing up and everything, Bar's Bar kind of like wolfed down his breakfast, and then sat with ingots of metal and began focusing on them. And you see, as he focuses, it's almost like he's meditating, and in front of him are these ingots laid out in a pattern.
You don't need a forge or anything.
And he sits there with his hands on his knees, and he just kind of like focuses, and he spends his time in like focus and meditation. And an hour later, you see over the course of this hour, as you're all kind of like having lessons and eating breakfast and whatever, you see the ingots slowly, like not even glowing with heat or anything, they just kind of all slowly melt down.
Like the
It's
T1000.
Yeah.
yeah, not it's glacially slow. It's like you'll walk, you like look over and you look back, it's melted a little bit. It's like looking at a clock, how you don't see it moving, but then you look back and it's been 5 minutes and the clock.
okay.
It's like a melting candle.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it just slowly melts and pulls itself into the shape of this longsword.
That's awesome.
It's very fun.
So is that your weapon now?
That is my spare weapon. We'll keep that as my spare weapon. Because as a forward cleric, I naturally get magical weapon, an elemental weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never had a chance to use it because my warhammer's already fire. So I've got a backup weapon just in case someone's resistant to fire.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. That's
Should we
very
roll
good.
some intelligence for learning the...
Yeah, go for it.
Intelligence 16.
That was... I can't remember what I rolled. I rolled a second ago. What did I roll?
Brain good, yeah.
One
think
of
it was
the
9.
numbers. You can roll it again if you want to.
Yeah, go roll.
Yeah, if you don't remember, just roll it again.
I've literally just rolled it down. I'm so stupid.
That's fine. I do the same thing all the
Well,
time.
it's because it's a number. My mind's just like, it's a number.
Yep.
That is one of the numbers.
No, it's one of the
I'm
numbers
pretty sure
ever.
it was a 9.
I'm going to get you a massive dice with words on it.
1 to 20.
I think it...
Roll again back, it'll be alright.
That was an 11.
Nice.
Plus 3, 14.
Hey!
14,
Not
nice.
bad. So yeah, between the two of you, you feel like Miggle's making some progress with it. Lessons are going well.
And you get smacked once with the cane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's just for fun.
Yeah. That's because he did good this
That's
lesson.
because
Yeah. Yeah. As he finishes, he's like, you did great. Slap. Yeah. Absolute cane whip.
Don't get complacent.
No. Fucking hell. One of my friends on Discord had they have the same status for like fucking months, and then she's changed it to like she shadow on my bone till I
Yeah.
and then she's changed it. So I said you don't change your status for months, and then you change it to that. She's yeah, and then she just messaged me, is this any better? She changed it to she shadow on my bone till I siege of storm. No.
Stop.
I saw that you
Cease.
changed yours about hot guy the other day.
Well, yeah.
After the
Use my
arrival of
calendar.
hot guy.
No thoughts, only Hawkeye.
What do you think Hawkeye was?
He's Scar's Good Times with Scar. It's his movie 80s movie star persona.
But I got
Oh, no.
Robin an early birthday present
Yeah.
to do with it.
A load of like fan artists have made like the Hot Guy calendar, which is very funny. But he's just like a knockoff Hawkeye.
Nice.
But because of his accent, it's like whenever he'd snipe people and say Hawkeye, like Hawkeye. But it sounds like he's saying hot guy, so that's how he got that fucking stupid name. So he's the hot guy, the superhero. And his sidekick, cute guy. Which I am not making up.
I now
anyway.
know how to
Right.
ask where the bathroom is in Undercommon.
Pretty much, yeah. You know how to ask for 2 beers, please.
Yeah. Where is the hotel?
Where's the library?
Where's the bathroom?
Donde está biblioteca?
Right, I'm going to roll the d20
that's
for the
That's
day.
her favourite. That's Mira's favourite phrase. Where's the library?
I got a 6
What does that
for
sound
the,
like?
for the exploration for the day.
Okay. Now,
Next one is where are the
come back
fruit
here,
logs
saver.
from?
Here.
I rolled a 6 for the day, by the way.
Well,
You got it,
Nice.
good job, champ.
Go ahead, champ.
Despite there being
It's a random
chill,
chat, it could be anything.
is, yeah. Despite there being a chill in the air through the night, the sun comes up, the clouds are clear, and it is a very pleasant day's march. Not too hot, where the point where you're sweating and it's like a false summer in the middle of fucking autumn, whatever. But, you know, get those,
Snubbing and smudge.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one day in April where you get like
yeah,
unbelievably optimistic and then it rains the next day.
yeah.
It's the time.
And but you make excellent time to the point where as even though it's beginning to get dark, you decide it's still pretty mild. We can push on a bit. There's no clouds in the sky, so you might as well push on into the evening light. And in the distance, you begin to see sights of a village.
Hey.
You gained half a day.
Yay! That's good.
Nice.
Decent pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Good travel game, half a day.
You know what? It's amazing how far you can get where you're not getting eaten.
Alright.
Oh yeah, right. Jesus.
Tee
Oh, son.
Oops, wild monster.
You should have got a 7.
Yeah.
7 is 2 of those things show up.
Yeah. Well, I've got like lists of like no issues, which is just normal day. I've got a good day where you gain time. I've got a bad day where you lose time. I've got like social encounters. I've got like medium hard encounters for like if there's a creature. There's also like weather events.
Nice.
So like
Oh,
if there's weather that would like potentially stop your, like if it was fucking just
Like
torrential downpour.
Blizzard or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got like so it's just absolutely pissing down, thunderstorms like, where you couldn't travel, because it's just you couldn't see dog shit because this is just pissing down that much, that sort of thing.
It was like the other day when it was snowing. Driving through that was like,
Yeah, miserable.
it was very cool.
It was lovely until I had to go out in it.
And then by about 12 o'clock it was gone.
Yeah.
It really did go fast.
Disappeared.
It was lovely until it probably caused the power cut in our house.
Yeah. The power was out for like 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It went off like most of the way through my afternoon at work, so I had to go and finish the day at the office. And then it came on 5 minutes before I got home.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
It was funny because like
least it was on when you got
I've
home.
not slept at all. I had real trouble going to sleep, so I just decided, fuck it, I'll get up.
Yeah.
And so I only went, and I'd been up since the day before as well, so I was properly like, I went up like an hour or so before like Becca got home just to kind of like try and doze, and it was like Becca messaging me woke me up, so I messaged you back. I was like, oh shit, it's just gone on, because I heard the boiler come on, like it was like a couple of minutes later.
I was literally around the corner and was like, oh, the lights are back on! Yay!
Yeah.
We're home now!
So
What a day that was.
sure was. Sigh. So yes, you begin to see a village.
Oh, right.
Distance.
The village.
Yonder.
Yeah. You'll
Let's
probably
rush in and
reach it an hour after sunset.
Just
At this pace.
Okay.
So you can push on into the night if you want to, just to make sure you get there. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
if you can see the lights,
It's a friendly.
I'd rather head to the lights
You
and
can't
sit off in the
You're
forest.
far enough away that you can see like small specks of light, and you can see like
We'll
the
press
shape
on.
of walls, but you can't tell if it's like a friendly village or
Just press on.
We'll press off.
Yeah.
As we get closer, those lights turn out to be a witch burning.
Yeah. It turned out to be a gnome burning.
Everyone's looking shot inside and thinking, yes.
Bring down.
So,
Churches.
Very small.
Well,
you head carry on into the night, kind of like encouraged by the thought of sleeping in a bed instead of on the ground.
yeah.
With no tents, as Bramley recently said.
She thought we always had tents, so we camped outside.
No. Just
Nope.
bedrolls.
Just bedroll.
Bedroll.
Proper
Bedroll.
slumming
Bed
gigs.
rolls and a rock.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, you get better rock.
Yeah, rock.
We've had to
That's
share
like,
the
to
rock
be
in the
fair,
past.
Bramley's been fine because she's had Ember, so if it's been cold out, she's just been able to cuddle her portable heater.
I think dwarves are probably used to like a flat slab of
Yeah,
rock,
yeah,
isn't
we're
it?
happy
So,
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone gets cold.
well,
to
the
cast.
ground's not flat, unfortunately.
Falcon and Mira, the
Yeah.
posh.
Yeah.
You know, when everyone gets
Well,
cold,
we're
they
about
cast.
I am uncomfortable all of the time in the forest.
I'm resistant
I
to
must
cold
buy
damage.
silk
so I'm
sheets.
No, I'm just uncomfortable. I was like, I need a feather pillow.
Yeah,
but the
And
first
silk
night,
sheets.
silk sheets.
The first
Yeah.
night, you
I
have
just
the
imagine
first
being
night
in
you
the
get
forest when it's
stained
cold.
of rock, so you
No,
can't
no. I arrived at the
In
inn
the forest when it's cold.
and I was
It's a
asking
flame,
if there was
it's
a
flame,
brothel
but there's no heat.
because I basically said, I said, is there a brothel in this town? And the guy's like, no. Why? This is a tiny little fish. What are you on about? He goes,
Yeah, he's
he goes
like, what the
no. I
fuck?
was like, are you sure there's
I
one? He
just
goes,
want really
he goes,
nice
there's not, I need silk sheets. I need somewhere comfortable and soft and
Get away from
pleasant
me.
to sleep. He's like, no, but we've got rooms upstairs. I'm like, fine.
That was like session 1.
It'll be burned down in a few hours anyway.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, that's it. And then I picked both gnomes up and ran.
Yeah. Little did you know there was going to be a dragon anyway.
Oh no.
Do you go?
Oh,
Whoops,
golly gosh.
dragons. But yes, you push on into the night and you see the roll. Everyone just roll a perception check for me as you get
Roll
closer
the
towards the
Hey, natural 20.
Very nice. They've been on point with the 20s today.
I'll say.
Few of us have.
Especially, especially Maida with their
I have one
stamps.
and playing Whale.
22.
Playing Niggle.
22?
10.
Nice. That's good for Mira.
13. Minus 3.
Got
To be
my
fair, it's in the distance, so she can probably see it a bit better.
I rolled a 9.
Didn't you get fancy
Okay.
eyewear? Like, didn't
I'm
you
sure
get glasses?
Yeah. I've just left them at home.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got glasses. She just forgot them when she left.
I don't like how I look with them.
You know,
We'll
you
have
know,
to, we'll have
minus
to
3
invent,
wisdom.
we'll have to invent fancy contacts.
That's like Professor
And you got a
Farmer.
total of
I got a natural 20, so that would be
We'll just pick
No,
a shade
19.
down.
19 with minus 1 wisdom.
Yeah, it's reading glasses.
nice. So, definitely, Bar and surprisingly Falchion would see this as they approach. There is a lot of the walls are very barricaded for what looks to be a small little village that's kind of just getting started. They are incredibly kind of like fortified,
We're talking like wooden palisade around the edge.
yeah. Like there's not just that, but there's also like there's gates which is like entry points to the village, which again a village of this size wouldn't typically have walls or gates, and in fact there are like spikes set up, like the wooden spikes kind of
barricades.
Oh, yeah.
set
Clearly
up
trying to protect themselves or
to-
something then, yeah.
around the outskirts of the village.
Stop people
You
get
see
close
that?
to ladders and baskets.
Yeah, you see while there is kind of like farmland outside the area, normally there would be kind of like animals or a small kind of farmhouse nearby to kind of set up there and keep an eye on the crops and things like that. There's nothing like that in there. It looks like at one point there was, but it looks like the pen for animals is currently empty. There's a small kind of hut there that looks like it's potentially like a farmer's house or a shed for tools, things like that. That looks to have been long abandoned and somewhat slightly destroyed, with like
Sounds
the
like
roof
it's
kind
not
of like
safe outside the walls of the city and they're hiding.
it's nowhere near a city. It's a
The
very
city, not
small
the
village.
Yeah, village.
Just gonna stress that is a very small village. This level of
10 houses and a pub kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. It's along those lines. There's like a couple hundred people here at max. And the entire area is walled in, and like I say, while the crop fields are still there, they aren't looking like they're not immediately attended to or looked over. You see there is a heavy wooden gate as you approach, like a heavy door, but it looks like there is there are like metal plates set over it, so like just kind of hammered in and welded on in place over the doors itself.
Is it going vertically or horizontally?
It looks like there is it's like kind of like sheets have been kind of like hammered on to protect the wood
Like
almost,
reinforce it.
and it looks like there is like a area at the back where it's kind of like locked by a heavy barricade,
Yeah.
to kind of stop it from being
I see.
pushed
Okay.
open.
This is.
Do we see any sign of activity on the wall? Any lookouts or anything? Like that?
You're a decent distance away, but I'd say with the 22 and the 17, you would notice that there are patrols. Good enough.
Listen, it was a good roll on
Yeah.
See through time.
Sorry, I was adding Mira's mod.
I don't blame you.
Crumbs.
Can we go and knock?
You can see the
You do see that there are like they don't look like well armed guards like you've seen. They look like
They're clearly concerned for the something.
they look like
out there.
peasant folk who've, and especially you two having spot this, being proficient with blacksmithing tools, they look like it's slipshod armor that's anyone's grabbed or whatever they could. You see some of them do have like weapons that are like maces, but some of them are literally carrying like pitchforks.
Let's
One of them's
make it
literally
clear
wearing
our
a saucepan
approach that we mean
for the
to
hell.
Not quite that bad. It is
Attack
like
or something.
I'll put the extra
it is
ones
like
away.
armament,
Yeah,
but
put the
it's
extra
very
arms away.
very basic
Yeah.
kind of like.
Suck them in.
Emergency thrown together,
Yeah,
kind of
that
spare
is
them out.
that is exactly
Can't
what it
just
looks like.
flex
Yeah.
the
Alright.
shoulder blades.
You know what I picture like? You know when Stitch
So
sucks his
that's-
extra arms?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
As you continue forwards and you throw a light up in your hands,
Great.
you hear shouts, guys, please drink. Oh,
Sorry.
and I can't hear anything.
Sorry, we got something very funny.
As you throw up a ball of flame in your hand, as the party begins to like head towards within like visual range, you hear shouts across the wall, and there is immediately kind of like a movement in your like towards the gate that you're approaching. And as you get like within sight, you see that there's like easily like a dozen people now across like the top where the gate is, and a lot of them have crossbows aimed in your direction.
Well, before we, as we were talking, we just said we want to approach non-threateningly with no weapons drawn, and
Yeah.
make it seem like, you know, we come in peace.
Yeah,
Great
well,
things.
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
That Bar did. That's why Bar put the
Yeah,
fire up
I've
so that
sheathed
he
my
could,
sword and
Yeah.
the shield
so
and
that
all
he
that.
could, so that they could be seen from a distance
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be more suspicious if we just approaching the
I put
top.
my arms
I'm
up.
gonna. It's basically nighttime.
Yeah,
when it's
yeah,
done,
that's
so
why
we
I
might
have
think
to-
it's some kind of attack.
Greetings!
Hello.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Bar, this is Falcon, and this is our companions.
We're heading down towards. What's the name?
Winwood.
Yeah.
It's Woodwind.
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 Close enough.
we're heading south, and we've come across your village. Would you happen to have somewhere we could stay for the night?
No, go away.
Not you. We don't like your kind.
You're not from the forest then? Step closer.
Does one of them have a beard?
A few of them do,
Jesus.
yeah.
I'm
The face of the party now. You see, a lot of them look kind of like like you see, as you kind of step forward, one of them takes one of the torches and like lights a sconce, and it kind of throws light in like the immediate area around the like it's like one of those big braziers that throws light in the immediate area around the gate, and they you see most of them look to be like farmhands, blacksmiths, just like regular village workers, that are all kind of like, they all look kind of haggard at this point, you know, they're worn and on edge, all of them. But once they see like the party and like get a look at you, you see a lot of them visibly kind of relax and untense as they take in your appearances. Just travelling through for the night.
Yes.
Alright.
Any place to stay, and if you want, we can help you out with these makeshift barricades. I'm a blacksmith myself, and so is my companion. We can probably help you guys out.
Well, we definitely take the assistance if you're willing to spare it.
We have to pay somehow.
The whistles, and he looks much the same as the others. He's an older human gentleman, kind of like tan, wrinkled skin from like just years of work. You see, he's got he's one of the ones with a beard. It's got like a bit of grey in the mutton chops, and he's got silver streaked dark hair. But he's got as well like the breastplate on, and he looks to have like a heavy mace that is just like a ball of iron on
Nice.
like on a stick,
Nice.
like no kind of like fancy nonsense there. It's literally just a ball of iron.
Gets the job done.
Yeah, pretty much. He whistles, and you hear a couple of grunts from behind the gate as something's moved. You hear the gate kind of and then pushed open, and it's these are heavy gates. Like you can see the dirt kind of as they're pushed open, and you see that a few of them are like three of them are holding like this big heavy iron bar across their shoulders, and you guess that is what they'd use to barricade the door itself. And they only open it wide enough that you can get in. They don't open it all the way, and you're gestured in quick. And as soon as you're all through, they immediately pull the gates closed and lock the door again. Once you're inside, you see that there are a good few pens on this immediate area. It's not the nicest smelling, but you see that this is where apparently the farm animals are kept at the moment. There's just pens on either side of like cows, sheep and goats, and they're all just kind of like set on the sides there. You see the village here looks cramped. It looks like it should be probably a bit bigger than it is, but it looks like any additional housing or anything like that they've made, it's had to be kind of crammed in. So there's like houses all stacked together. You can see where like foundations of old houses have been, where like there's like some set wood planks in the floor that doesn't have a house on top of it anymore because the houses have had to be like moved around. And given that it's a small village, that's easier than some than big cities expanding. It seems like this has been an issue for a while. Like the repairs here are rudimentary at best, and the people here all kind of like wearily look at you as you like very cautious as you all kind of gather and step inside. The guards that all kind of gathered with the crossbows slowly disperse and begin to do their patrols for the night shift, wandering across the tops.
What's the guy who's leading us? What's his name again? Have we asked you?
No, you haven't. But he does hop down. Lands pretty heavily on his feet. He's tall, like easy 6'2", broad, like You can tell he's a heavy labourer. You know, he's potentially been like wood cutting or blacksmithing, something along those lines, because he's built. You know, like even though he's older, he's still got a heavily muscled physique. And he heads over to your group, holds a hand out. Sorry for the rough greeting there. My name's Hamal.
Culture.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
You're
to meet you.
adventurers, yes?
Yeah,
Yes, you could say that.
we've just come down from Dragonbush, heading south.
Yeah, we've had a few travellers from Dragonbush over the years.
What's
going on?
what's going on here? Why the barricades?
We've been under attack recently from, and he gestures towards the forest, from those fuckers in there.
Can you be more specific?
Some rabid tribe of druids or something. They've been coming out here attacking us. See you all immediately grin.
Oh, evil!
It's all over Tara's here.
I was like, oh, it's a real shame Tara's not here today.
Tara would be like,
Excuse me.
Evil. I mean, have you done something to annoy them, or are they just,
Are they just
you know,
Well, you know,
what
all
are
we
their
know is one
goals?
day we've been setting up our village here, and then the next we were under attack. No rhyme, no reason, no reaching out. They've just been at us constantly.
so they haven't made any demands, no reason for their attacks, nothing?
No,
Constant attack after attack.
How long have you been in this settlement for?
a few years now. It's not been the easiest. It's a bit of a dangerous area, but it's our place.
Out of character, do you think maybe they've settled on land that was already claimed or sacred or something like
Ancient Indian burial.
that? Maybe they've settled somewhere that the druids don't want them to be.
On the druids can just be dicks.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that.
Nature.
You don't know.
We could, do you know
What?
where they live? We could go and try and reason with them.
No, we
What?
don't send
What?
anyone into the forest anymore.
I'm so curious how Tara would react to this.
Same. I was really excited for this, and then Tara can't make it today. That was like sobs.
Right, so should we go and kill all the druids then?
The forest.
There's no
See
time to
when
stop.
they next arrive. See when the next
You know what?
arrive, maybe
I
we could
couldn't
go out and try
possibly
and
do that
talk
to
to
Tara.
them.
That'd just be
See,
cool.
see what they want.
We know you
represented.
Now, Bram on the other
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
I think that sounds like a good idea. We'll go and speak to them when next time they turn up and try and reason with them, find out what their purpose is, what they want.
Send Tara.
And if they
Say-
don't,
say-
Yeah.
say-
if they
send
don't
Bram
want to reason with anyone,
Bram
we
would
can
be
just phone them up.
Next fight right there. Tara against Tara the Druids.
Bram would talk him down.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't know if they're willing to listen to reason.
Well,
Like I say, they've just
Druid
been.
to Druid.
You see him immediately, like,
You have a druid.
kind of close off hearing that.
PTSD just.
He's- I see. Well, if you want to give it a try, be my guest. But we've had plenty of people head off into the forest and not come back.
When were they last here?
A couple of days ago,
How
Are
frequent
their attacks fairly regular?
we've got just about enough time to try and rebuild before they come back.
Take a
I
few
suppose
days.
it's enough time for them to lick their own wounds.
Take a few days. If we're going to see the druids anyway, so that'd be a good chance.
Good place to hold up and then.
Well, we'll definitely stay the night. If that's okay with you.
We've got a small inn. It's
And then we can
not really very many visitors wanting to stay the night, so
Do you have
I'm
any?
sure there's rooms.
We'll help around what we can.
Well, do you have any people who are wounded? Like,
A few, yes.
where are they? I'll help them out.
Points at graveyard.
Right.
Spare the dying.
Told the
I'll,
dead.
take you over to the. And he gives Bramley one last kind of mistrustful glance before heading off with Bar. And you're shown towards an area more towards like the centre. It looks at one point like it might have been like a bigger shop or something. And it's just been kind of like taken over. There's mostly men up here. They'd be the ones on like the front lines, but you see like a few teenage boys there as well, who've obviously hopped in. But there's also a few women and a couple of children in there, and it looks like there's while most of the casualties are those who'd be at the wars, it looks like there's a few others as well. Close the door, keep the cold out.
Get the barbarian.
It's one of these that I was worried about.
That too. You see, there's an older woman who's busy kind of like checking in on everyone. At this point, it's quieter because it's later at night. But she's going around. You see, she's an older woman. She's got like silver hair, kind of pulled back into like a plaited bun. A couple of small spectacles, kind of patched on her nose, and she's just redressing. You see, a man on the bed is kind of like spread out and trying to stifle groans of pain as she redresses a wound on his stomach. You see, there's a big gash there, and the skin is sort of like there's these purplish veins on
Can I
this
do a
wound.
medicine check? Right.
Yeah, what are you trying to discern?
I want to see if I have any history about knowing what those purplish veins are.
Okay. This would be if you're trying to discern. I'd say for a medicine check, you'd be able to discern more the kind of wound. For the type of like what would make these sort of like purplish veins, it would be a nature check.
Flat roll. 6.
You're not quite sure what would make the purplish.
Medicine roll. 9.
You think it's like bio?
It looks to have been. I mean, you've unfortunately you've been up close and personal. It's some sort of polearm. You've been up close and personal with Mira's polearm.
Yeah. So many times.
You see that there's the same sort of like catch and tear of like
That's version.
polearm.
As she's redressing it, I walk over to the elderly woman. Excuse me, sister, ma'am. Hello. I am Bar. I am here to help. I am like a service.
Oh, wonderful. My name's Brown.
Oh, who is it with you?
Likewise.
And I look at the guy. What happened to him?
The druids from the forest, they attack with spears, and a lot of them have poison tips. And it's beyond what I can figure out so far. I've just been able to meet people comfortable, but it's not.
I put my hand on the bandage, cast cure wounds.
Okay. You see, as you lightly touch, you see that there is some sort of almost like a gel paste that has been kind of spread, almost like aloe-ish, that has been spread over the wound. As you kind of like get closer, it's a bit difficult to see with like the discoloration, but as you kind of like reach in and touch, you see the man flinches at the contact. You can feel just heat radiating off it. It's like severely inflamed and painful. As you reach over and touch, you see the skin kind of deflate, and it's almost like all the heat seeps out of it somewhat, and the gash in his side begins to close and heal up. He's left with like a thin kind of scar there, but there is still this purplish veins. Oh, that's wonderful. Can you do that for a few more?
Of course. Lead away.
Wonderful.
As this goes on, I'm assuming there's like a watering cloth.
Yeah. There's all of like the basic medical supplies. You'd learn that Bronwyn's had. She's been able to make something of like a numbing paste. Essentially, that's what she's been spreading over the more severe wounds, like the gentleman that you just healed up, and that's been able to kind of like make people comfortable, but it's not enough to heal it. And by the time that the injuries are healing, this is what you learn over the however long you spend with Bronwyn this night, you'd learn that by the time that the wounds heal, the poison takes most people before they're strong enough to kind of fight off the poison themselves. It's a very slow acting poison, but it is like 90-95% deadly. It's like that's mostly what people here have died from, is the poisoning from.
These druids are brutal.
Yeah, if you're point.
Not prepared.
Oh, but you can get it.
I can get like something that helps.
Yeah.
I've got like less rejuvenation.
If you take a sleep, you could take
That's
protection.
what I'm trying to do. So I look and go.
I heard you talk about like lesser restoration.
I was like, that's an interesting paste. How do you make that? You don't mind me asking.
Oh, I can show you if you like. There's a few. Being so close to the mountains and close to the forest, there's a lot of mineral overlap there. It makes for some very fertile ground, and we get some interesting plants. I can show you. So she can teach you how to do that for like first aid things like that.
In that case, I'm pretty much gonna spend the whole night here, awake and healing people.
Okie dokie, lovely. The rest of you head towards a small tavern, and it is small, and it's looking more like a community kitchen than anything else by this point, because there's not very many people coming through or visiting, and you guess under the tax it's been difficult to get supplies as well. So it's kind of become more of like a good portion of the village is not in there at the moment, but you see that it's like there's a load of like odd tables and mismatched chairs. That's led you to believe that like it makes it pretty obvious that people have kind of brought whatever in just to be able to all sit around. So it's very cluttered in here, but at the moment, being that it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night, it's pretty late, and so they haven't been able to they haven't shut, but there's only a handful of people kind of either drowning their sorrows or trying to clean up a few things.
How many people would you say there are in here?
5 and barkeep.
Okay.
You see, the barkeep's actually not behind the bar. There's like a window that you can see into like the kitchen space, and you can see that he's in there behind. Like looks like he's cutting up something, like an animal or something to be hunted. That's being hunted for food the next day or so.
I'm gonna play a mournful tune on my lute, but gradually becoming something a little bit more triumphant and merry, just to try and like raise any spirits. Nothing like out there and elaborate or anything like that, just something peaceful in the background.
Yeah, okay. As the group kind of like finds their seats and settle down, Miggle begins like plucking away at his lute. Do you want to roll a performance check? Go on.
Good.
And it sucks.
It's a natural one.
Yeah, I could tell from your face that it was a one.
That's he was.
Strings.
Yeah.
Come on, it's my Christmas inspiration!
Yeah, if you want to.
better.
I'm on to.
It's 11!
Hey!
Plus, what's your performance?
Plus 6. That's
Nice.
right.
17.
Nice.
Imagine if we just gone
Yeah.
in this horrible mournful town just started shredding like
You know what? It probably would have been. It probably would not have even got to that point. You probably would have like began playing like 5 minutes into. Bang!
If you're happy and you're
Pretty much, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, no. Fuck for the Christmas inspiration.
The hesitating inspiration.
I've been saving that.
For a very important moment.
Not to offend an entire morrowful village.
Yeah. So as you begin to play, you do play kind of quietly, but as it kind of picks up a bit, you see like a few people kind of like, while no one really approaches you, as you kind of like look around, like glance to see how it's being received. You do get a few like nods of the head and like a tip of the glass.
I'm not looking for
No.
busking or anything like that.
No, just playing. They do kind of like acknowledge your performance and like tip a glass in your direction.
While Miggles.
Yeah.
cheering
I mean,
people
you're
up in the
all
crowd.
you're all kind of
Yeah,
sat
we're-
around table. Miggle's just got his lute out, feet up, and he's just strumming away at the lute kind of thing.
I've got the deck of cards out. Not gambling, just
You're gambling.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
no.
We're gonna fleece
no.
these
No,
suckers.
no gambling, no money involved. Just
Playing
you know,
solitaire.
getting a game going. Just trying to
Yeah.
engage people in conversation. You know,
Balls like
lift
that.
the spirits a little bit.
Okay. They don't seem too interested in talking or playing. They're more just kind of like the
Trying
last
to
few
relax.
who are in here are more focused on drowning their sorrows.
Should we try and make conversation with them?
To be fair, Falcher, with me
I-
with 4 arms, you can have a 5-man game with
That's
me.
true. Actually.
Yeah.
Biggest game of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Let's go.
Should we try and make
not playing
conversation
you,
with
that's not.
someone?
You never lose if you verse yourself.
Should we try and make conversation with someone maybe?
Well, I just said that's because Falchi went round to try and like play cards or lift the
Oh
spirits,
right,
and
nobody wants to.
no one's really
No,
too.
no
Oh,
one's
I was
really
just see
interested.
if anyone came over.
No one's really too interested in playing or making conversation. The last few who remain in here are intent on drowning their sorrows
Yeah.
twice.
I'm gonna get around the drinks and everyone.
Okay, nice. I'd say
Match the
like,
mood.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be a gold piece, and that'd cover everyone
Yeah.
in the tavern and yourselves.
Yeah.
There's 60 gold. Just trying to
It's
solve.
60
everyone
gold.
else as well.
Yeah.
Everyone else, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Let's ask the
I
last
should really
barkeep if there's any
I should
rooms.
follow us with Miles account as well.
Let's see if there's
Miles
any.
can't call Curtis one moustache.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
Doesn't matter
ask the
to
barkeep
Krista
if there's
Beard.
any rooms there.
The cousins.
I'll
Well,
ask the
what are we
barkeep
asking the
if you
barkeep?
have do you have any rooms for the night?
Yeah, you catch the gentleman's attention as he kind of like looks up as you call. There's the little window in the wall that leads into the kitchen, and he looks up through there. You see half-orc gentleman, a bit grizzled, and one of his eyes is clouded over. It looks like there's like burns or scorch marks like across like this portion of his face, and part of his hair is gone. Yes, I can get you some rooms for the night. Not a trouble.
Thank you.
How many?
2 rooms will be adequate for us, I believe.
2 rooms. That would be 1 gold piece.
Hand him over the gold piece.
Okay. And he hands over a couple
While
of
you're
these.
still with the medicinal.
I'm down.
You've got you there, mate, to be
So we'll
fair.
do
Yeah.
a girl's room, a boy's room, a room.
Yeah.
Um,
Go on, boys.
Should we do a night watch for ourselves, and then if somebody else wants to go on the barricades and help, and like maybe if something big does happen?
To be fair, I'll probably spend. No, I'll spend the night out with the men on the wall.
Yeah, okay. I feel like Lyle probably would.
as well.
Lyle
I think
definitely.
Lyle
because
would be
Lyle
like our
only needs-
GT flashbacks
Yeah.
and be like, yes, I will help.
Yeah.
I go and dump our stuff in the room, like the
Yeah.
rucksack and stuff. Come down, I turn around to the bartender and I go, I noticed the the men on the wall, they're wearing what looks to be makeshift armour.
It's
Is
the
there
best we've got.
is there a forge or
A
blacksmith?
small blacksmithy here, yes, but it's mostly before this been used for tools.
Whereabouts is it?
Just across the way.
Yeah, thank you. I head out and I head over to the blacksmith.
Okay. Just so you are aware, it is like 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Just time to swatch. Start the flame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep that noise down, the neighbours next door. Like, what are you doing?
Whose hammer get this up?
Think bell for you.
when I get there, obviously the coals are smouldering, the fire's gone out. For
Well,
the day.
not just that, but the smithy itself is actually like shut up for the night. The forge outside is
Well, we
cold.
can wake up early and do things to help people in the morning, but for now, let's just keep
Yeah.
a watch out for
Okay.
ourselves.
And I will point out as well, you've all been travelling all day.
It's probably sharp.
We'll
And
go
it's,
to
yeah,
exhaustion if we
it's
stay up
late
all
at
night.
night. Yeah, if you stay up too much longer, you will push into towards points of exhaustion.
Don't want that.
I'll stay up till 1.
Okay.
And then I'll
Lael will probably go to bed first, have a 4 hours sleep,
And then
and
be
then
up first.
head out
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
to catch the
Lael
It's like bloody elf.
the
It's
sunrise.
To sleep.
yeah.
like bloody elf.
Elves.
Full 20 minutes.
A full 20 minutes sleep.
He can when like, are you going to give him like your very good studded leather or just your regular studded leather?
I was like, I'll give it an
Just because she's asking Matt is asking but she, because it's like Matt's asking can make you use the studded leather because he can use studded leather, but the very nice studded leather wouldn't really make a difference to you when you've got your bow out because it replaces your armour. Which I knew that by the way when you went and paid all that money for very fancy leather armour. Yeah, it is. It's what armour do you currently have? You got just regular leather armour, don't you?
Wiggle.
Yeah.
Just normal leather armor.
Yeah. So
I do
Lyle,
leather work myself because that's what my family did.
yeah, Lyle offers you studded leather, so that would bump your armour class up
Would
to.
it fit me for Lyle?
Yeah, it's just studded
Yeah.
leather. It's just yeah.
I mean, I think Miggle's probably quite sentimental about his leather
Okay.
he's made for himself,
Okay.
so he would probably politely decline.
Okay, fair enough. Just because Lyle was worried about your low armour class.
He's used to it. Well, with how old he is, if he dies, he dies.
He's looking
He's
at
happy.
the
He doesn't care.
Yeah, so yeah, Miggle turns it down, unfortunately.
They're
He is
quietly
doomed to die.
Yeah.
Eventually, or sooner.
He almost died twice in that last one.
Oh yeah.
Sure did.
I'm very
course,
good
at this
at
point.
killing now.
Okay then, so spend the night.
Yes.
Nice. You all rest, regain your hit points, anything that you used or expended through the night. Those of you who stayed up a bit later, you probably sleep in a bit till 10 or so in the morning. Yeah.
I get up as soon as I can and I start going towards the guy who had the poison in him. And I cast,
I'll come with you if that's
protection
okay.
from-
I'll come with you.
I slept over there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
right,
didn't.
okay.
Bart
I
did
did-
not
I
return
did
that
return.
night.
I cast protection from poison, so it neutralised the poison inside the guy's body.
You'd know that there are a good few people in here that are.
I use all my spells.
Right. Okay.
Well, the
That's
ones
right.
I
All the cantrips.
Let me just.
He could kill us.
I've also got lots of restoration as well.
Oh, okay.
You'd know that there are. And to be fair, you can cast protection from poison at a second level. It just has no additional effects.
No, that's what I'm doing.
So, I believe. Let's see.
Neutralise.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check if it neutralised the poison or if it allowed you to remake a saving throw.
Oh.
No, just
So-
touch neutralise.
Yeah. That's fine. So you go around and there are 7 people in this there's 7 people in here
Yeah.
that have this affected by poison at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you are willing to expend the spell slots to cure them all, then with the healing that you did the night prior, you'd get 7 people back on their feet immediately.
Nice.
Amazing.
That could be
Nice.
great.
Yeah. So
We'll be
they're
the
all
heroes of this
they're all extremely thankful to you, and you'd probably spot a bit later in the day that there's been like at the doorway to this like makeshift medical centre. There's been like a small offering bowl and some incense been put up, and a small little carved out symbol of the bull-faced hammer.
Oh,
That's
say
put
thank
there
you
to
to
say,
you.
to say thank you to
Oh,
you.
that's
and your
lovely.
lady.
Oh,
Thank you.
right.
So yeah,
That's nice.
you literally just saved 7 lives with the dealing with this.
Yeah.
With
That's
this
the most
monster.
cleric you've been since you
I feel like
To be honest, it's the perfect time for me to actually do it.
I know.
Because I've been on the go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like when me and Bramley will wake up, can we go and ask the tavern keep if it's possible we could use his kitchen facilities and whip up like a huge stew to go and like
Yeah.
do soup kitchen style out the front and just offer people
Yeah,
some
Bramley
nice bowls.
goes off and she's like, I'd like to help cook if that's okay.
Just don't do it Richie soon, I can ask them what a
Well, if you're certain, I'll be sure not to step on you, little one.
Oh.
Oh, I love that voice.
So we'll cook something nice, a big portion, a big pot of like.
You'll have to get Bram to taste test it.
Yeah. We'll do like a big pan of like good hearty stew,
Yeah.
and then we'll serve
No,
it to
no
anyone.
mish scouts. No mish
No wish
scouts.
scouts.
And then we'll give a big ladle
so good.
stew to anyone who wants
So
to
you'd have
bowl
to just
stew. Any of the people who've gone on the barricades through the night and stuff like
I
that.
use the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
Uh,
There's definitely a good few people out there
I'm going to use my
who
cloak
are
to get a little freedom.
No.
eager for hearty and hearty.
And you're going to go to the
Yeah.
forge.
I am. I'm gonna head back now. It's
We're
morning.
all trying to do our bit to help these people, but we don't know. They could be arseholes for all we know.
Yeah, they could be the one attacking the dudes. For all we know.
I don't think that's the case.
We just happened to get here first.
You've taken a picture on these people.
So yeah, I head over to the forge and I see if the blacksmith is back and if there's anything I can do to help.
Yeah, there is. As you get there in the morning, you see that there is an older gentleman, but with what looks to be his son. They have similar kind of like face shapes, and they're already kind of stoking the forge and getting it started for the day. And there's a handful of people from the Night's Watch who are coming in with like repairs of various like weapons and armour, things like that, piling up like what needs to be sorted and fixed, and like any ammunition like bolts and things like that that need to be refixed or added to, I suppose would be the right way there. But yeah, they're beginning to get started with the day.
I walk over and go, good morning.
Morning.
My name's Falchion. My party and I have arrived last night. I noticed.
I heard there were some newcomers, yes.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if there's anything I could give you a hand with. Maybe repair some armour.
You good with a hammer?
I have some experience. Yeah.
Sure, we'll get you started then. There's plenty of things I need fixing up around here.
Great stuff. Okay.
Wonderful.
I
Yeah.
do you want to do a check or?
Yeah, go on. I'll say I'm gonna say proficiency plus strength.
I do have my blacksmithing 101 book.
Yeah, so you get well that's just for identifying materials, isn't it?
Oh no, this was the first one I picked up in the library back in Mulcliffe.
Oh right, yeah, that's just
So the other ones for identifying ores and stuff.
yeah.
So was it proficiency plus?
Proficiency plus strength. for this because these aren't especially detailed or intricate.
No.
It's just
They just need solid brute
yeah,
strength.
pretty much. They just need hammering out as quick as possible, getting through them.
Okay. Proficiency plus strength
Yeah, so 3
is
plus 4.
not ideal. It's a 10 total.
10's alright. These are, like I say, these are very basic stuff. They aren't any masterworks, but they're solid pieces that are you don't waste any materials. You don't make any like masterworks or
There's
anything.
no filigree on it. It's just
Yeah. It's just straight
solid
up
lumps of
do,
it.
and you get through a good few of like the pile of things that need fixing up. But yeah, you do a good amount of work with that.
while I'm here,
Yes.
I'm going to take one, because I have several, one of the pieces of cold iron that I got from the fireplace,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and see if I can fashion a small stiletto dagger.
Okay. First of all, I guess make me an intelligence check with advantage, and you can add your proficiency to this.
Okay.
With blacksmithing.
Yeah, that's 12.
12. Okay. And then I'd like a blacksmithing check again.
What would the blacksmithing
I'd
be?
say this one would be proficiency dexterity
Okay.
because you're working on making a very fine dagger.
That is a 17.
17. Okay.
Wow, dude.
It takes a while, and I'd say you probably leave this until the end as they're winding down.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
ask-
do all the
Yeah.
chores first, all the armor and stuff.
And you ask, would you mind
Yeah.
if
While I'm here, do you
yeah,
mind if I borrow the forge?
and they're happy to give you access to the forge for all the work you've done pro bono.
Nice,
Pretty
nice.
much. And you do manage to. It's hard to work with. This metal is. It's a deeper cold than just regular iron, but not to the point where it burns or stings or anything.
Okay.
But you do spend time working on it and fashioning it, and it slowly takes the shape. It's almost as if it is resistant to being heated. Like most iron that you've encountered melts the same sort of way, and even when you like melt down the iron you have, it's almost like oobleck, where it's like where as you pour it, it's like clumping, but then as it relaxes, it goes
Kind
more.
of solidifies.
Yeah, and as you hit it, and you figure out that it needs to be, while hot, it needs to be teased into the shape that you want it to be.
Okay.
Which is why the check required dexterity rather than strength, because hitting it does nothing. It
Yeah.
makes it resistant to being shaped, and so you almost have to kind of like tease the dagger into the shape that you want it, which is very difficult given that it's fucking melted iron. But it takes a good few hours.
I was
Which
gonna say, it sounds almost like
normally-
glass blowing, where you heat it and
Yeah.
then shape it before it cools.
Yeah,
down.
exactly. It is kind of like that, except it's more difficult because while glass blowing would follow like natural order, it's almost resistant to flowing, to prodding, to anything that is. So it's. But you do manage to get it done. You have procured yourself one cold iron dagger.
Nice.
Cold iron, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was working at.
I'll ask you for stats on that and
He is.
and boost
Lyle,
some
you should
bonuses.
kill him. So it's a mundane dagger. There's no pluses or anything to it.
Okay.
However, when you roll to attack a fey creature with it, you gain an additional 2d6 damage, and you crit on a 19.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
So mundane dagger. I'll look that up.
Yeah.
In a minute.
It's just a dagger. It's 1d4.
Plus 2 against Faye.
So no bonuses to hit. It's just straight
Yeah,
up hit.
it would need to be enchanted, which you could do because it's an unenchanted item. So mundane just means non-magical.
Okay. So it's
But-
D4 damage.
Yeah. 1d4 plus either strength or dexterity. It's finesse, so you can use strength or dexterity with it. It has a thrown range of 20-60.
You know what? I'll go strength on this one.
It doesn't matter.
choose.
You can use
They can
either in
choose.
a moment.
Okay.
Obviously, you being a strength-based fighter, you'd want to use strength with finesse weapons. But say if you could give it to Miggle, and Miggle would be able to use his dexterity, you don't.
Nice.
It's just
So did you say 60 feet on the throw?
20-60. So it's got a short range of 20 feet, a long range of 60, which means that you can throw it 60 feet, but it's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So anything beyond 20 feet will be at disadvantage to throw.
Okay. And if it hits a Fae, it's 2d6 plus. on
It
the
does
damage.
if it hits a Fae, it does an additional 2d6 damage. But it also crits on a 19 versus a Fae. But for anything that is not a Fae, it is
It's just
still
just a
mundane
mundane
damage.
dagger.
Yeah.
No.
I would also say that against Fae creatures, it does ignore resistance to non-magical weapons, be it that it is called that. Yeah. But
Beware, low.
yeah, Matt's already said in chat, "Hiss, Fortune's planning on stabbing me with that."
I wouldn't dream of stabbing you with it.
Because you know she'd kill you
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
With that sharpshooter.
Yeah. She'd be across the map and I'd just get an arrow in the face.
you just saw her do 65 damage to something.
Yeah, in one shot.
Radiant damage as well, so there's no kind of reduction on
Resistance
that.
from it, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Just kind of get fucking blasted, yo. However, because I think you've all done like very nicely here as a group, I'd like to give everyone at the table inspiration.
Nice.
Yeah. Aside from Bar, who gets
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Special
inspiration
one.
point. So, for those of you who aren't sure, if we've got anyone aside from just us listening, the inspiration coin, there is only ever one given out at a time, and that is at my discretion for something that I believe is a very good character moment, or you know, anything like that. And it does not just count as inspiration, it counts as an automatic natural 20. And so there can only ever be one. Once it is expended, it is returned to me, and I will be the holder of it until it is back at the table for someone else who can use it.
Nice.
But that is the very first time that that's been given out.
Oh,
Yeah.
well done.
It's only taken 2 years.
To be fair, I didn't have it for a while.
Yeah, that's
it
true,
was.
yeah.
I got
That's
it
true,
with.
that's true.
I got it with a bunch of dice.
It's a
I think
good
it was a
token.
critic.
It's a great token.
It was because I backed them on Kickstarter. They did a coin as well. Oh
Yeah.
my god! I need to show you guys. I got some coins from Lucy. Nice.
Such a
I
cool
like
guy.
that.
That's a good inspiration. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, I got coins from Lucy, the one who's done the
Yeah.
weapons and the shield and stuff.
Yeah.
She's done she did like a little run of coins from a game that she's working on,
Oh, cool.
which is called The Last Sprout.
I love that.
Yeah, you play as like a little plant pot character. It's very cute.
Oh, beat.
Right. One or a
20.
crit or a fail?
Crit.
Fail.
It's a crit. Fail.
But yeah,
Crit.
so you can use
Crit.
that on any attack roll, saving throw, ability check, whatever you decide. But when you turn it in, it's gone.
Yeah.
But it is a natural 20.
Yep.
So,
Also, 90-20 on a skill check or
yeah,
That's pretty
anything you want it to be for,
Yeah.
that is a natural 20. With
That's
all the
great.
benefits, so if you use it on an attack roll, it has all of the like,
Bells and
it's a
whistles.
crit.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
It's
so
a crit.
all damage doubled, whatever else, you know.
Spiritual weapon kills in the course.
You finally get your
That's
spiritual weapon killed.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's a one and done. So
We've got
And
about an
once
hour
it's-
left. Can we
Yeah.
take a little comfort break if that's alright?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
We'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
Need to stretch the legs.
Yeah, gotta stretch the legs.
We're going to go and
See you later, guys.
speak to some druids in a minute.
Howdy,
Hi,
Internet. We're
Internet.
back for the next
Yeah. Howdy, ho.
45 minutes or so.
All listed.
Still no sign of the druids.
No.
So as me and Bram are feeding the people of the village
Feeding
in
them.
our
Yes.
little soup kitchen that we've made,
Yes.
a pan of gnomish scouse.
Nice.
We will be
Yes.
looking out for anyone who looks injured, anyone who looks really upset like they could need assistance, and also making sure that nobody's out to get Bramley if they've heard she's a druid.
They die.
Yeah.
Roll
They get a small portion.
roll an insight check for me. Why not? Why not?
Me,
Yeah. Bramley's not here.
That's true, yeah.
that's not very good.
You can have advantage because Bramley is helping.
You have inspiration.
Okay.
Use it
It's
immediately.
much better. Insight,
Uh-huh.
that's a bloody 21.
No!
Nice. You read everybody's thoughts.
I can tense.
Did I leave the oven?
So,
Everyone's tense.
You go into Matrix vision.
Yeah, terrorism plots. So two in there. The log out. Like, what?
So, as you are like around the village with Bramley, you're helping keeping people fed. No one really seems to catch your eye as looking towards Bramley with ill intent. So it seems that any mention that she might be a druid hasn't spread.
Good.
And a lot of the people here are downtrodden and weary, but seem very cheered by the fact that your group is doing, like, you rolled in last night and you've already done so much to help people.
You're the best. That's why.
You'd actually hear a lot of people singing Bar's praises.
Oh.
As you kind of like listening on the classic gnomish listening for gossip.
We love a
Getting
gossip.
it.
your
No.
your
Getting it.
favourite
Gossiping.
pastime, gossiping.
I'm going to write a little book of gnomish lore.
Cool.
Like about
Okay.
gossiping and pooping and courting rituals and stuff like that. Gnomish culture.
Like the rules of acquisition.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
That's going to be the book that everyone's reading in campaign 2. It's going to be Miggle's book of
Yeah.
gnomish
It's called the
customs.
Book of Gnome.
There's no place like no.
But yeah, they all seem to be like more than happy with the party and what you've done for them so far.
Hear them talk about that.
Yeah, you definitely hear a good few people talking about Bar, and you hear
Savior of the village.
kind of. You hear a good few. Just as you're kind of going round, you hear a few people giving a quick prayer to Gulve as well.
Aw.
As
Spreading the preach of Gulve.
We know this band.
just thanking
Time for
her
somebody
for sending someone in their hour of need.
Oh, that's nice. Do we see anyone else who might need assistance while we're serving up the scouts?
No one in particular.
Anyone with like minor injuries that we can hear?
Anyone who's got injuries has typically been in the medical centre where Bar's been helping.
I'm just thinking more minor things that they're not going to bother going there and burning in the web. Just like, you know,
nothing,
a bruise or
that,
a scratch, you
nothing
know.
that particularly catches your eye. Like
Okay.
there's a few people who've got like bandaged up and things like that,
Okay.
injuries and stuff, but nothing that would need to be treated. Anything that needed to be taken care of is at the medical centre.
While we're clearing away our scouts, can I ask the tavern man his name?
Yes,
Yeah.
you certainly can. My name's Husk.
Husk.
Yes.
I like this. Nice to meet you, Husk.
Rhymes with tusk.
Oh, of course.
I'm glad you like that.
Okay. Is there anything else we could do to help? Should we go and try and like help build the barricades? Repair any of the fences?
I was going to say, while I'm here, you mentioned there was like dilapidated houses and buildings.
Mhm.
I'm going to try and clear some of that away,
Okay.
and then I'm going to get Falchion to see if he can help make some repairs on the buildings.
Yeah.
Why don't we just get out the rod of mending
Well,
that we have?
Falchion today is busy at the blacksmiths.
Never mind.
I'll do that.
Yeah, for the day, to be fair, actually, Bar is, your healing didn't take terribly
no,
long.
no.
Yeah, it was
Um,
free at the time.
Like for
basically.
half day, probably. Something like
Yeah, so in the afternoon you could definitely go help Mira with clearing that. Like you spend the time with a few of the able-bodied gentlemen that you might have seen like on the watch last night.
Franklin and Jerry.
Yeah. Ben,
Big
Jerry,
away.
Franklin's there too. Yeah, and you all begin clearing away houses, and then in the
I have
afternoon,
not been able
Bar
to do
joins you. After another feast of gnomish splendor, and you all get 10 temporary hit points.
Hey. What, everyone?
Yeah,
Nice.
because Branley was covered with her stuff.
Oh yeah,
She'd insist on it, really.
she would.
After a while, while helping Mira and that, take a walk over to the blacksmith, see Falchion. Hey, how's it going?
Really well, actually. And I gesture to the pile of like armor and weapons that we've kind of like cobbled together.
Nicely done. It's coming along nicely.
Yeah, and they very kindly allowed me to experiment a little bit with some of that coal iron.
Oh wow.
So
How'd that go?
so far, I'm not quite finished with it at this point, but
Yeah.
it's getting there. It's starting to get into the rough shape that I'm looking for.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
it-
you'd be finished about
getting
that
there.
as it gets towards
to-
like night time.
it's a little tricky, but definitely getting there.
Don't forget to take breaks.
Oh, don't worry. In this heat, yeah, you need plenty of water.
Yeah.
We'll be alright.
And I see an empty bucket, create water. Here you go.
Nice.
Use it for quenching the metal and also drinking from it. See you
Yeah,
later.
thank you very much.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait.
No.
Very nice.
My job here is to. We didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
No.
But didn't I?
So, it's getting towards evening time, Falchion. You're just kind of wrapping up with your work on the dagger,
Yep.
and like cooling it, checking it over at this point for any imperfections or anything you think that you could work on. It's interesting. It's got like this almost like Damascus steel, where it's got that ripple effect through it.
Oh,
Um,
so it's like
yeah.
folded.
yeah, not quite like that though. It's like naturally as like you didn't do any folding in it. It came naturally as part of the blade, but it's
Oh.
not full like Damascus. It's not like black and white.
Mm.
It's got ever so faint kind of bluish ripples through it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Like a
Looks very
slightly paler, like a slightly paler greyish blue. You only really notice on close inspection. Once the blade's been finished off and you're checking it over, that's when you sort of notice about the light of the forge, this almost shimmery effect in the blade itself. Mm-hmm. But at this point, probably who'd be outside at this point? I think Miggle and Brownlee would be in the tavern cooking and serving up meals.
We've been cleaning up, I think.
That's
Yeah.
not working outside.
Yeah, I'll be helping.
Okay. Then I'd say probably you three, and I'd say Lael as well, can roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Interesting.
If you want to roll for Lael, it's +7.
Yes.
What'd you get?
8.
15.
14.
No.
-1. Win advantage.
Wow, nice.
Oh, win
What
advantage.
did you get?
2 natural 2s.
How did you have advantage on?
It's well, part of me water thing.
Pact.
Ah, right.
That's one of the things that the pact does.
2 natural 2s.
It's impressive.
That's ridiculous.
But
That's
disappointing.
amazing, though. It reminds me of, like, this is why I fucking hate Avery, which is, like, a dice spot. I fucking hate her because I have rolled stealth with advantage on separate characters, separate occasions, fucking separate
Yeah.
campaigns, and I got a natural 1 3 separate times.
Ooh.
Like, double nat 1 with advantage. 3 different characters, 3 different campaigns, 3 different fucking settings, everything.
Yeah. To be
And
fair,
Avery still somehow managed
to be
to.
fair, overall.
Oh, well, it's +9, not +7.
Uh,
My bad.
Matthew. To be fair, I've rolled like a stupid amount of natural 20s today. So
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like.
true, yeah.
Next session's gonna be hard.
You rolled natural 20s where it's smarted.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like being swallowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful.
She's into many things, but not that one.
And,
Oh,
yeah, so it would be, what did you roll back at?
15, I believe.
I rolled an 8.
plus
Okay, then it'd be 17.
17, yeah.
Yeah. Because Matt's message saying that it's perceptions +9, not +7. My bad for not having a stat sheet. Be here, forehead.
What's this forehead thing called?
Oh, it's just
The
like
insult of the
idiot.
week.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It means like idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like your forehead's so massive to contain all those brains.
Yeah, it's like calling someone smooth brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
I'd heard you saying it. I'd heard a couple of other people say it. I'm like, is,
Yeah,
this,
that's-
is this the new one, is it?
It's not really new. It's been on Twitch for a while. I think it's fallen out of fashion on Twitch, hasn't it?
I'll be honest with you, I
Never on Twitch.
very rarely on Twitch.
Yeah. I'm on there all the time because what the fuck else do I do? Although to be fair, I did take my laptop to work the other night and played Minecraft for hours.
Oh my god.
I need to get back
He
on
was
that,
asleep all night,
We
and
showed-
so like
we
I
showed
didn't do
the dog what
anything,
you've
and I
done.
was no, he was asleep all night. It was sound.
Was this with the new
Easy.
version or Paul?
Yeah, no, this is no. Paul's in hospice now. He's not.
I didn't know if it was before.
Nah.
That
This
happened.
was on Monday.
Oh my god.
Minecraft Monday in work. Don't click that and send that to my work.
I'm getting paid.
No, I mean to be fair, the daughter's sad. She's like, I don't really care what you do as long as you just keep an eye on my dad. You can have a sleep if you want to.
Yeah. As long as
She
he's
said,
fine, I
yeah,
don't
she
care.
said like the person who was there the other week was fucking flat out fast asleep on the couch. So I was like, Jesus. So I think
that
you know,
person's shit anyway.
yeah, well, she got into a screaming match at the house the lady I used to look after.
Yeah.
She passed away. She got into a screaming match with a different care agency at like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning.
Fucking hell.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. The neighbours complained.
Holy
Imagine,
shit.
yeah.
Huh?
Fucking hell.
Ridiculous.
So yeah. But yeah. So it's evening time and Lyle and what did you get back? Yeah. Lyle and Bar would hear it. You begin to hear like calls for attention from the opposite side of the wall that you and you came in from like the northern gate. But like summoning the guards of like there's something suspicious. Let's get in here quick. Sort of thing.
Right.
So Lyle probably goes running towards that straight away.
Yeah.
I'd follow.
You'd see where you're working on the houses and stuff.
Just
You'd
got a
see
support
Bar.
beam on my shoulder.
Yeah,
like,
you'd see Bar go sprinting off, like as fast as his little dwarven legs can carry him. It's
Will
not
we know
too
anything
far. It's a
inside,
fairly
or-
small
I'll
village.
song it over with a support
Will
beam.
we hear any commotion through the windows or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately, you wouldn't
Oh,
notice
Every
what's
round
going
shot for you
on.
is
Your
free for me.
busyness over the morning.
Yeah, I'm looking
Um,
like.
I say it's still it's early evening, but obviously there's still noise in the forge.
Yeah. But hopping up to, if you want to, yeah. So yeah, it's
Lyle all over
Lyle. Yeah, you see Lyle. As you begin running for the wall at the opposite side, the southern side of the village, you see what looks like a streak of light go flying across. It's sort of similar to when Lyle shot the Bahia. This streak of light fired across the sky. Bless you, my child. Literally exactly. Unfortunately, I had a Catholic upbringing.
That was Protestant.
God bless you.
I'd rather he didn't. It failed. You see this streak of light shoot across the top of the village, aiming towards the gates that you're running towards. Getting there, you'd spot Lyle kind of perched on the top of the walkway that they've got on of these, with a gaggle of other guards who've all got their kind of like weapons, not weapons drawn, but weapons ready to, as they're kind of discussing back and forth between themselves. You see that Hamal is there kind of discussing with some of the others and looking with concern at something across the wall.
I look down.
Getting a bit closer, you can hear Hamal saying, "When did it get here?"
When did it get here?
Yes. And the others are like, "We don't know. We just looked over and it was there."
I walk over.
Do you climb up to onto the?
You stay at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, it's like a rung ladder on the side of like the gates. That's
Still climbing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're too far around.
Yeah. Like home with the action match.
Mood. But yeah, climbing up and shuffling your way over. The Hamal gives you like a nod of greeting as you approach. And you can, and peering over the wall, you can see, it looks like something of a small circus tent, just on the edge of the tree line. There's a couple of lanterns hanging from the small kind of overlap, but it's that kind of circus tent shape where it's got the central bit and it comes down. There's a small ruffle around it and sheets, panels of blue and pink in this arrangement, and they're dotted with all manner of gold and silver kind of runes, glyphs, shapes of stars and moons, with a small entryway, and there's like a gauze curtain that hangs in the way, obscuring any visual into the tent itself. There's just the two small lanterns, and it's all like pegged into the ground. It looks as if it's been set up there.
I go to Lyle, thinking back to the Feywild. Hey Lyle, this is like Fey stuff.
I don't know.
Really glad I made that idea.
Rules.
So I turn to the guard. Look. So when did this appear?
5 minutes ago.
Appeared like that, or someone actually came and put it up?
They spot it.
As Miguel just pops back.
Yeah. We don't
You
know.
just hear the voice in your
The
head.
guard kind of like looked away and
It's a
looked back,
trapdoor
and it
on
was
top
there.
of the wall.
No one saw it be set up or saw anything else.
Interesting. I go back and get the guy. Hey,
Okay.
Mira.
I'm like 10 feet away with this what beam. So
Yeah.
You better look at this. Show
Bold of
me.
you to assume Mira can look at anything.
Even you won't be able to miss this.
well,
Yeah.
How big is
Don't
it?
worry, it's at a distance.
Within minus 2
I would
rolls,
say
I wouldn't.
surface
Minus
is
the
it
weight.
like a big
Get it
top
right.
surface?
No,
tent?
minus
Yeah,
is the
it's a big
result.
top, that's all.
Is it like a big top circus tent size or just?
It's
like a
not
little tent?
huge. It's like it looks like maybe it's got the kind of floor space of this room that we're in.
Ah,
Okay,
one
so
of
It
those.
doesn't look huge.
Okay.
It's
In my
fits
mind, I'm
underneath
thinking,
a
you know, when you go
tree.
to a fair and they've got those little tents
The
with like
little
fortune
tents.
tellers
Yes,
and
yeah,
little
yeah,
sideshow
yeah,
stuff.
fortune
Yeah.
tellers.
Is it
What,
weird?
yeah?
Is it weird the first one that came to mind as soon as you said that was killer clowns from outer space?
No.
No, that's pretty much what I was thinking.
Yeah.
except smaller.
Yeah.
Alright, I get up there.
You do in fact see chance. It's hard to miss.
Down.
I told you, you won't be able to miss it.
Damn, you were right. I see it.
This
What
is
tent?
this is what you see?
Where are you looking?
It's
It's,
what-
it's there.
It's like to see. I'm just looking like the time. Wow.
Yeah, your eyes are really not bad.
The second bit of
The worst, the worst thing is that Mira can see it. She's just doing this to piss off Bar.
Just as a second.
I don't see what you're talking
Just
about.
for a second, I make a quick pair of glasses, which are Farnsworth glasses. Yeah, use these.
Big bottle tops.
They're not my prescription.
It's too weak.
Yeah.
Choking these are for the long way.
Down there.
So,
I have a tent.
Yes.
I don't know why you prefer it, but
I'll go. Mira says, "I'll go get the others," and she hops off the wall and goes sprinting off towards Falchion and the gnomes. Before too long, the party reconvenes at the wall, where the guards kind of. At the moment, they've decided to leave it. It doesn't seem to have any hostile intent, but obviously they're
it's
keeping
just a
it
bit weird.
very good, super fucking weird.
Oh.
So weird.
Yeah.
So we
It's so weird.
we
Maybe
keep the
you
gates
could-
shut. Right.
Welcome.
God damn it.
Bramley sees it. She goes, "Oh, that looks like fun."
No.
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 Do you want to go
Attract the
investigate
leash.
now?
A circus.
Bramley turns into a bird and goes over.
You pull out those giant bayonets, just.
I'm tempted to put invisibility on myself and go and have a little look.
You can do if
If
you
you
want
want
to.
it. We wouldn't know the wiser.
No.
I wouldn't.
Certainly some of the party would never ever notice Miggle turning himself invisible and leaving.
Not on there.
How am I going to get out though?
I rolled a natural 20 on perception just in case.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered about you guys knowing. I'll tell you where I'm going.
I know, but still.
See who's in the tent. See what's going on.
Go ahead, Meg.
Well, it's not like you're locked in for the night. If you want to go out,
If you want to hop the
you
fence,
can
you
leave.
can. Yeah.
You can hop the fence, or you can just fucking walk out through
The
the
front
gate.
door. Yeah.
You're not held captive in here. You can fucking leave whenever you want.
We can have a look if you want.
Whatever you
You'd
want to
probably
do.
shake your hand on the way out for all the help.
Yeah.
And don't come back.
Right, we lost one, guys.
You can now close the door.
Do you want to do it though? Do you want to go invisible and go and check it out?
Well, I do it. Go ahead.
I was thinking either that or Bramley goes as a rabbit or something. I don't know.
No, Meg, you do you.
I think we should ask Bram if she
Yeah.
wants to turn into some kind of bird and fly over and do like a recce.
Oh, absolutely. Bramley is a bird and
I
she is
think
going.
Bramley's
She's
like
not.
that.
She's
Yeah, the
not.
second you said, "Hey, Bramley, do you want to?" She's not. She's
Yeah,
fucking
okay. On that note, I will quickly turn invisible and run across the field.
gone.
Bramley's seen the whole
They
Assassin's Creed
unbar
thing
the, it
with
takes
the...
a minute
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
Big
head.
bar.
unbar the door and pull it open enough that you can get out before closing it again and shutting it closed.
It's good
Yeah,
knowing them
you see, as Lyle sat on the sat perched on the edge of the wall, the small pseudo dragon that she's got scuttles off her arm, flaps into the air, vanishes.
Oh, well.
Oh, is it
We
also
lost three.
followed Bramley?
Seems to be potentially. It
Flashback.
headed off in that same direction.
Yeah, flashback to Cedric.
I'm running across the field.
Said it was a pet, not a familiar.
He wanted to be if he could. Didn't get the chance.
He's now the
You
sass.
can always summon him back now to
Set-
take back to the chain.
Cedric's gone now. He's moved on to a better life.
Yeah,
He's in
I'll,
prison.
I'll run off after
He's fucking
Bradley.
she's just been lit.
Full paper handcuffs.
As I approach the tent, I will become more stealthy.
Okay, I'd like you to roll stealth for me.
I am invisible.
You can roll with
I
advantage.
misheard you say stealth.
Okay.
I thought you said I'm going to take a selfie.
No, he is. He's going to take a picture of it and then be like, ah, shit, I'm invisible.
Male cat iPhone. Storage is too full. Cannot say
That
so.
is
What
21.
disadvantage?
21, very nice. So, Michael. As you begin to head, roll for selfie. Porridge is back, guys.
Hey.
I watched
Oh, yeah.
your stream the other night. When you were playing that game. I can't remember what it was
Guild
called.
Guild
Wars.
Wars.
Guild Wars.
I remember and I wasn't.
The Wars of the Guild.
Yeah, I will keep a lookout up in the air for Bramley flying above my head or for anyone else.
Oh, she's
roll-
perched on the top of the tent.
Oh, fuck, you don't
She's
care.
there.
Can I roll perception on my approach?
Yeah, go for it.
I do not see a lot. I rolled a 10.
That's okay because I was going to give you a description anyway.
Well, I like that you're
Nice.
rolling.
Get some use out of this day.
So, Miguel, as you begin to head over, you see this pale pink kind of gauzy fabric in the entry to this tent, and you can, as you get within like 10 feet of it, you catch this like faint scent of incense in the air, and that is just gently wafting from your desired location. Let me pull up a little something for me.
Just to clarify, the village people didn't say to you this was anything like the druids.
No,
This is not like the
no, they
druids.
were all very much like, what the
What
fuck?
the fuck is going on here?
What is this?
It's pretty much like us, like
They were all in the YMCA.
NPCR.
Imagine if it was like Granny Smith come to help us out or something.
there's out
She
a
would
giant
travel
like
in
Venus
style.
flytrap.
Yeah, could be.
We read those books.
So,
How do you that? It's a flower.
Simpsons.
so heading forwards, you see that the inside of the tent doesn't look to have like a dirt floor like you'd expect. It looks like it has almost like wooden floors, and each side is like pegged down very firmly. It looks like, I mean, you've encountered your fair share of travelling troops and things like that, and you know, your days as a bard travelling, you've encountered plenty of your own kind of carnivals, things like that, fairgrounds, and this looks like a very solidly made, solidly set out tent. Do you approach the entrance?
I'm going to use the message cantrip to telepath.
That
past
will
Bramley.
remove your invisibility.
Oh yeah, I can't cast anything else, can I? Even if it's a cantrip.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's concentration, isn't it?
Well, not just that, but it's no magic.
Yeah.
If you have greater invisibility at level 5, that's different. But you can't cast a spell and you can't do anything like make an attack roll or cause anything to make a save.
Scout perhaps.
I will do a little loop around the tent quietly to just see if there's anything behind, anything in the tree line.
Roll a perception check for me.
Do you want to use the ones I got before?
No, this is a new one.
That is a 15. No, it's not. It's a 13.
Alrighty. Looking around, there doesn't seem to be anything. As you like get a bit closer and skate the outside, you can hear this very faint kind of like a almost like chime music, sort of. Is the only way to kind of describe it. There's like a very faint.
Coming from inside the tent.
Yeah, there's a very faint kind of like.
Okay. Would there be any way to pull the drapery on the front door back to creep
Well,
in?
the gauze is sheer at the front, so you can see through it if you approach the entry.
I'll approach it and look in, but I won't like pull it aside, so obviously then it'll be moving.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
In the centre of the tent is a table set out with a long draping kind of silvery gold colour, like the folds of the fabric draped over this table shift. They seem to change colour based on like the angle and the light, and it just has this rolling shimmer effect to it. In the middle of the table, there is almost like a claw foot, like like old-fashioned bathtubs. They've got like those claw feet kind of shape, holding up a round crystal ball.
Oh, okay.
Sat behind the table, you see a feminine figure.
It is a fortune teller.
Purple drape covers the top half of her face. It's not see-through at all. It falls to just above like the tip of the nose. You see there's a high-necked collar in a matching purple, but the dress itself it's almost like a halter top. I don't know what words for clothes are, but it's a pale pink colour decorated with this golden filigree around to the shoulders, and the arms themselves are bare but attached towards the elbow again. And the sleeves made of a similar gauzy pink fabric as the bit in the doorway. Around her wrists you see around the wrists you see there are what look to be golden shackles with a few dangling chains from them. The chains at the end aren't broken or anything, they're solid, but they hang freely, almost as if attached to the sleeves themselves. They sit on her wrists.
She tied up to anything?
No,
Just decoration.
yeah, you see she's sat there kind of shuffling what looks like a deck of cards, and the chains just kind of like hang freely. You see the top itself is kind of like cut off, and you can see a bit of the midriff. You can see the skin is all a
I'm getting
pale
Esmeralda vibes
greenish
from
colour.
Hunchback of Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
very Esmeralda.
What race is she?
Slightly easier.
You can't tell.
Can't tell.
You can't see the upper half
Kind
of
of
her
like
face.
traditional gypsy kind of
I'm
fortune
tempted
If you
teller.
want to see a little picture,
I'm tempted just to drop the spell and go in and say hello.
Hi.
well, funnily enough, as you're considering that, she raises her hand.
Oh, she's so invisible!
Yeah.
She
She might
gets true
have true
sight.
sight, boy.
Okay,
You don't know what they've got.
I'll drop the spell.
True sight, boy.
If you want to see a little picture,
Straight time magic.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
that's sick.
That's very
That's
good.
very cool.
I'll drop the spell and pull the curtain back.
I will do.
Hello.
Hello.
General Kenobi.
Yeah,
Pulls
that's
on falling. I don't know it for my collection.
that's coffin fit.
Miggle walks in and goes, my name's Miggle, but you can call me anytime.
I'll pull the curtain back like, hello.
Greetings. Would you like to take a seat?
I'll consider it. Sorry for the intrusion. We were a bit concerned as you'd appeared pretty much spontaneously without any warning, and we were worried that you might be unfriendly.
Oh, I do that a lot.
Oh.
Excellent. May I come in?
Certainly.
I'll go in.
Good luck.
And red jackets.
And he's never seen again.
Harry, Bradley and Bear was like, what the fuck? On the top of the tent.
Funnily enough, it is in fact 1:45, so we could.
Ooh, how we go cliffhanger.
Oh, that's a
That's a big cliffhanger.
Ah, you're not here next week. We'll do Mabel's bit and then we'll cut it
Oh
off.
god, yeah, I'm not here next week. That'll be a big.
Yeah,
yeah,
that would
problem.
suck. Yeah.
Go on, carry on.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
You just get a random text that sends Fox. Yeah. That's a roll.
Roll 4d6 and drop the lowest. And then again. And then
Why am I getting 6 in the same text?
So, she gestures you forward and you pull yourself up onto the stool that's opposite her. So, I'm here to answer some questions.
Ooh.
Questions for me or for
What's it like?
the civilization that you appeared next to?
Yes.
You see, she laughs a little. She laughs a little at that comment. Do you want to roll a perception check for me, just for funsies?
That's a 2.
Okay. Saj.
Plus a 4.
That's a 6.
Nice.
Not enough.
You got this, mate. You got this.
Maths. Stupid clicky rocks.
Stupid shiny clicky rocks.
Eat
I'm
the
gonna
dice.
be abducted by a sexy lady.
Where's ways to go?
I'm not being funny. Nicholas probably appreciate that.
Well, Becky would and Becca would love it.
Yep.
Questions. I have answers. She shuffles the cards again.
How many questions can I ask?
She
What's the catch?
flips over the cards one by one. You see there's 3 cards laid out.
There's many things in this day.
None good.
You've just been deck of many things, bitch.
She pulls out a card. Uh-oh.
No. She pulls out a card, death, and Biggle goes, Uno reverse!
Waited 100 years for this moment.
I
Fall into my
I'm
trap
gonna
card.
get through this because I'm gonna get
Yeah.
out next week.
Yeah.
She sets out the 3 cards. And smiles faintly. A love lost long ago.
Oh, she's reading my mind. Correct.
You won't find her here, but there's something clouding her.
Oh.
Okay. Elaborate.
Perhaps you're happy to leave her to go.
I mean, I thought that was the decision the chief made, to be quite honest with you.
It was a decision made for her.
Shit.
Oh. Okay.
Shame you believed so little of her that she would let you go so easily. But there's always time to right a wrong.
I suppose. Are you sure?
Of course.
I mean, with this knowledge, it does change things. If you are certain.
I am. I know so many things.
Okay. I'm more concerned that she is safe and well, to be honest with you.
She's safe.
Is she
They won't
happy?
let any. They wouldn't let any harm come to the Queen. As for happiness, hard to tell when your mind is not your own.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Freeze frame.
You've been an interesting group to watch.
An interesting group to watch.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Very much so.
Would you like to meet my friends?
I've met them many times before, and I'll meet them many times again.
Oh. Are you sort of, omnipotent? You see all the things? Is there anything that I could ask? Could ask about the Dragonborn village, maybe?
I saw the druids.
Was it you saw in the... That was your vision? You could ask about that, because don't forget it was your vision. It was shown to you.
Yeah.
If I was to have a few more questions, would you be happy to assist?
I can tell you the answers that you need, yes.
I had a vision not so long ago of a traveller travelling across many different plains and areas, and then he came to settle on a mountain top lookout onto what appeared to be a small dragonborn settlement.
She shuffles the cards and sets one out, and it is, flips it from the top and lays it down, and it is hands holding an open book.
Supposed to do the book.
You recognise to be the open book a symbol of Quinn,
Ah, okay.
the holder of the second volume. You hold the first.
Yes, I do hold a very powerful book belonging to one of the gods. This is true. Do you know anything about this Dragonborn settlement? I've pondered it for a while after this vision and would like to go there if possible.
I saw it rise and I saw it fall. The holder of the second volume saw it fall as well.
So is this a village that no longer exists and it was something that is now gone? Destroyed?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Is there anything else we could ask?
Probably, I'm not there.
Should I invite all my friends to visit?
You know for a fact Bram's listening on the roof going, do me, do me!
Does Bartlett love Bramley?
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
It's so fun to glance down that chat and see Matt going like, oh snap! One more.
One more. One more question.
One more question to help set you on your path.
Oh god, this is so annoying! This has been sprung on me. I don't know what to do. So I asked about the Dragonborn village.
You've
I've
done
asked
that.
what stuff to do with that. So.
Yeah. What was the out of character? Obviously, I'm not there. What was the thing we were told in the Feywild about?
Oh yeah, that does remind
The,
me. You all did
the-
see
the
me
gods.
fucking appear at the entrance and then just walk straight.
So walk straight.
Yeah.
With a little wave.
Remember there was that
About
prophecy
us
about the
being
gods.
The gods
Choosing their
select
champions.
few
Yeah.
champions. Yeah. Should I ask them about what perils await the champions of the gods?
By all means.
May as well. I mean, I'd rather get some information than not.
On
Yeah.
our travels in the Feywilds recently, we were told that what exactly was said that we were. Did they do research and found that the gods were preparing for a cataclysmic event by selecting a few heroes to assist, basically? Is that what that was all about?
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Do we know that's us? Are we predicting that's us with our big-headedness?
It turns out it's a second group of adventures we haven't seen yet.
This is my the D&D party.
We're the B team.
Wait until you see my DMPCs, guys.
The expendables.
They're all
On
two
our
groups of
recent
the
travels in the Feywilds,
Have you seen the latest Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
We-
With the first team that goes in.
Yeah.
did some investigation, some research, and we believe that the gods may be preparing for a cataclysmic event and selecting a few heroes, and we have reason to believe that could be us. Do you know, by any chance, what this event could be, and is there anything you could tell us about it to prepare ourselves?
He shuffles the cards once more and sets out cards one by one. You see, a gift of grace there to help the salvation of others. A gift of knowledge split can be rebound. A gift forged by grateful, a few saved from war, eager for the next steps in its evolution.
So again.
So, gift of grace, something to do with healing. I'm guessing that's the, what's it called, the Chatelaine, the brand we got. A gift of knowledge,
My book.
split in two, so that's volume 1 and 2, can be rebound. And a gift of,
Split and separated.
sorry, split and separated.
Did not say two.
So, split and separated can be rebound. And what was the last one again, sorry?
Not the last one. But,
So, the next one after the book.
A gift from grateful, saved from war.
Your shield, maybe?
Possibly.
Anything else?
Next card comes. Armour forged in the depths of a mountain for those willing to withstand the heat.
Possibly.
What must not be you, if anyone?
The depths of a mountain could be.
A bow.
Lyle.
A bow created from sorrow
That is.
That's the new
bow
bow.
that Lyle
The mega
has,
bow.
yeah.
and an uncertain heart. Unsure of the path to take. Salvation is possible. Saddest damnation. Just keeps cards up and shuffles again.
Again.
Yeah, just shuffling back to.
Is she going to put more cards out, or that's
Doesn't
it?
seem to be. That's.
So she's listed off us and all of the godly items that we have come across.
Well,
so
the only,
your shield,
the only
the
two.
chatelaine, my book,
The bow.
the
So
bow. So it's only you two that
armour
get special
and
things. Armour and
Unsafe.
your evil
a
heart.
choke.
Nice one.
We have to Grinch him. Take his heart off his head.
Do we need to find your
And Nada's
soul?
heart grew 3 times that day.
Died instantly because, you know, the heart grew too fast.
So maybe when we have all our items, it will trigger this chain of events. Or,
Salt retention.
okay, interesting.
At least,
Is there
at
is
least
there
we know we're on the
anything
right
else
path.
you
We
can
already
tell
have
us
4
about
out of
that?
the 6.
Because I did ask specifically if there was anything about this cataclysmic event that we could, you know, prepare ourselves for.
You'll find your way.
Okay.
That's why you've been chosen, isn't it?
I would think so, yes. And there are no more questions now?
Not for you.
Would you like me to leave?
You wish.
Well, this has been pleasant.
Press the little
Thank
thing
you.
next.
Shut has come down.
Would you be interested in meeting my friends, or do you have to be elsewhere now?
I have no need to go anywhere else yet.
Very well.
Well, in that case, pick it up next week and
Yeah.
we might be able to.
Yeah.
I'll
Say-
quickly warn her. I'm sure you're quite capable, but I've been told by the civilization over there that there have been some druids attacking in this area, interestingly, and apparently they are quite vicious and use poisoned weapons, so
They will.
be careful.
They will not.
Okay, that's good to know, but just wanted to give you a quick warning. Anyway, I should leave you on your way.
A pleasure to have met you in person, Regal.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
Camestra.
Camestra. Lovely. Well, thank you very much. Have a pleasant day. Goodbye.
Is anyone, yeah. No one else freaked out that you didn't actually tell her your name?
No, yeah. Pretty freaked out, but oh well. Oh, that was very interesting then.
Great was.
To be fair, I've been looking for a while for a point to introduce Camestra.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I want to know if she's still going to be there if anyone else wants to go and ask questions, because I've asked I guess a question.
Well, you'll never find out because you're not here next week.
That's true.
And we're not going to tell you.
I go wax out until Becca returns.
Next time.
Halfway back to the gates of the village, Nigel trips, whacks his head and is asleep.
He's in a heart attack.
He does that anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so
Right.
internet.
Good night, internet.
Internet.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Ooh.